How old are you, Miss Telly?
19.
Do you work or go to school?
Both.
Where do you go to school?
Mesa Community College.
Full-time?
Part-time.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work at Starbucks.
Do you live at home or you have?
At home, yes.
And Miss Lewis, you have a daughter, and your daughter and Miss Tully were friends.
Yes, ma'am.
And they had been friends for a long time.
Couple of years.
And she had accompanied you on family vacations before?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
This would have been the fourth, so 3 prior to this trip.
And she always paid for her own airfare?
When we flew, correct. Minus one time, I did pay for it one time.
When did you pay for that?
I believe it was a trip to New York.
From where?
Chandler, Arizona. But we fly out of Phoenix Sky
So
Harbor.
it was a long flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Where else did you go with Miss Tully?
California, Your Honor, twice. And then
When you went to California, where did you stay?
Huntington Beach at a condo that I rented.
She paid her own airfare?
There was no airfare, we drove. And I did pay for the gas.
Yes, you have other children other than this daughter?
I do, I have a son.
And did he accompany you on the trip?
He did.
Ever have any difficulty with her before, with expense money, anything else that would have given you cause to pause about inviting
No.
her again?
No.
Okay. This case is about a trip that you all took, a family trip that you took to Hawaii, and Miss Tully was invited to go along. The arrangement was, according to you, that she would take care of her own airfare, which she did, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you book the tickets?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And you paid for the tickets on your credit card?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she gave you money in cash to cover her ticket?
Yes, her mother and father did.
You rented a hotel while you were in Hawaii?
Condominium,
A condo. How many bedrooms?
1.
And where did Miss Tully and your daughter sleep?
On the pull-out couch,
So they slept together. So she
Yes.
didn't have her own room, so she...
as well as another friend.
So there was no additional expense?
Correct.
With that. And food, how was that covered?
She was supposed to cover her own food.
Okay. And you brought money with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you bring?
About $300.
How long were you going to be away for?
I believe it was 7 days, but we got stuck for an extra day, I believe.
Got stuck because of air?
Yeah, there was something with the weather flying out of Los Angeles, so we couldn't fly out from Hawaii to Los Angeles to get home.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The trip was a 10-day trip, the 22nd through the 1st, and we did get stuck for 2 extra days, about a day and a half, so it became an 11-and-a-half-day trip.
Now, this lawsuit is all about the fact that your daughter and Miss Tully had a fight, an argument. It's falling out. When did you have that argument?
I believe it was in September.
September of last year.
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was the trip to Hawaii? In what month?
June.
When did it end?
July.
What was the argument about?
I did not want to be friends with
Why?
her daughter anymore.
Why?
Because I did not like the way that I was treated around them.
Like what? What do you mean?
There were just comments that were constantly made about the way that I lived my life and my family and the money that my mother earned, and I just did not want to be a part of it anymore.
And you told, what's Miss Lewis's daughter's name?
Bree.
Where did you have this discussion with her that you didn't want to be friends anymore?
I did not have a discussion with her. I unfollowed her on a social media.
That must have been after something happened, Miss Tully.
I just decided that I didn't want to be friends with her. She went away to college and I stayed home for college. We didn't have any contact. We didn't talk.
What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed
No,
them?
Your Honor.
On what date did you unfriend her daughter?
I do not remember the exact date.
You remember the month?
I believe it was September. It could have been October, though. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was in September. September 28th, I believe.
So now I'd like you to tell me, Miss Lewis, what you're suing her for is $375 because you say you went to some events while you were in Hawaii that you purchased tickets for, I don't know, dolphin shows or whatever else you
correct, Your
paid
Honor.
for, and she was supposed to pay you back. I want you to show me when the first time was that you requested the return of this money.
I
I'd
did
like to-
not request the return of the money first. Irene contacted me because we had already made a discussion about the money and her paying me back, and she did let me know that she was going to Rhode Island with her family, so she wouldn't be able to start working again until she got home. Therefore, she couldn't start making payments until she was
Just a
working, and I
second. Is
understood
Was that in a phone conversation?
A text conversation, correct?
I'd like to see that.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you clearly knew before you went to Rhode Island that you owed her some money, because that's what it says here.
Okay, yeah, but I didn't. Okay. So we were supposed to go to Hawaii, and I
Now
was
listen
told.
to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
You clearly knew based on this text, hey, I'm heading home from Rhode Island today, so can you send me what I owe you from Hawaii? That's what you wrote to her on Sunday, July 31st.
Okay.
So you clearly knew that you owed her some money. And at some point, she responds on August 10th, I added it together and it was $375. And then you ask her for a breakdown. She gave you a breakdown. And some of it looks legitimate and some of it I can see why you might question.
Okay.
Did you go to a snorkel trip in a luau?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so that's $125. You don't dispute that. She paid for it, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you did go to see the sea lions?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she paid for that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm taking off $20 for food because that's ridiculous. What's a $25 baggage fee?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I paid for my baggage.
Okay. What's the $25 baggage fee?
Ma'am, she paid for her baggage one way, not the other way. She couldn't afford it, so she asked me if I'd add it to her total, and I agreed to.
Do you recall that?
I do not, Your Honor.
Well, she does.
Okay.
And what is $25 yard house? What is that?
She was supposed to pay for her own food at meals out. I did try to make it easier on her because she was the only one that was struggling financially, so I went ahead and bought a lot of groceries at the grocery store and cooked many meals in the condo to save
So
money.
what is yard house?
It's a restaurant.
Do you remember the yard house?
Yes, Your Honor. I remember going to dinner there.
Okay. And did the plaintiff pay for that dinner?
Yes, Your Honor, but my meal was not $25.
I don't know what it was. $250. Okay, so you acknowledge that there were certain expenses that you had, and I've taken some off
Yes,
that I actually can't justify. But that's still $250.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Mr. Case, the defendant is your former girlfriend, and you have one child together. That child is how old?
6, Your Honor.
And it's a little boy, and you have primary physical custody of him.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've had primary physical custody of him for several years.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The defendant shares custody with you in the summertime. Is that my understanding?
That just recently came back.
Just recently.
Yes.
Now, the lawsuit is relatively simple. Each of you are accusing the other of initiating legal proceedings with regard to the other in family court, which cost you both a lot of money, and you want the other to compensate you for the legal fees that were incurred as a result of these frivolous court actions. So I'm going to ask you both one simple question. First, did either of you make application for counsel fees against the other when you were in family court?
No, Your Honor.
Was there a reason for that?
The mediation did not work.
What do you mean the mediation didn't work?
We were required to go to mediation and talk with the parenting coordinator, and we were unable to be civil and work things out, so we went to a trial.
Well, but when you go to a trial, then at the end of the trial, if you have a lawyer, then the lawyer says to the losing party after one case is dismissed and the second case is dismissed, I want counsel fees because this is a frivolous action. Did either of you make that application after the trials?
I did not, because my lawyer advised me that they would not award it to me.
And you?
I never did.
She did. She did file for $700.
In
Legal fees, yes.
Was that denied?
Yes.
It was denied by the family court judge.
Yes.
Is that correct?
That is not correct, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see if he probably has something to demonstrate that your attorney did make
Yeah.
an application for legal fees. And
I have, it's all right here, Your Honor.
okay, let me take a look.
This is the most recent order where everything was dismissed.
Does that mention the legal fees? Does this mention the legal fees?
It should, yes.
It should. I'm not going to read this whole thing.
Well,
Find it.
denied motion.
We're just talking about legal fees. I understand that promotions were denied. Show me in the order. That's all I want to see.
Right here in the court. I got it in the court docket where it was all denied. You
Not
can look
all,
over this whole
just-
docket.
I don't want to look over the whole document. I want you to take a
Okay.
pen and circle where it says motion for counsel fees by Miss Aldrich is denied. That's it. That's an easy thing.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It was right here. This is part of it. For some reason, it's not in the court docket, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
If it's not in the court docket, then it's not there. All right. Now, I'm going to address one part of your case, sir, because that's going to be dispositive for me with regard to the entire case. There's no question, Miss Aldrich, that Mr. Case has legal custody of your son, either given to him initially by you or awarded by a court after a trial. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that is after a full fact-finding trial. The court, clearly by awarding him physical custody, determined that he was a more appropriate parent. That's what the courts do.
Right.
They say between two people. So that's a given. Now, this is what I understand, at least in part, started all this trouble. You had primary physical custody. According to you, at some point last year, your son came home from a visit with his mother. According to you, he had a bruise.
Multiple.
multiple bruises. And you asked him what happened, and he said to you, in effect, Mommy's boyfriend hit me.
Actually, I picked him up from the
No,
visit.
listen to me. Did I say anything that was untrue? I may have said it in different words,
Right.
but is anything that I said inconsistent with your complaint?
No, you're correct.
Fine. I actually tell the story better than you do because I get to the point. So this is your story. Your son comes home, tells you that his mother's boyfriend hit him, which is why he has bruises. At some time subsequently, Miss Aldrich notified you that she was going on vacation for a week, wanted to take a son with her, and you also ascertained that the boyfriend was going on that vacation. So far, correct?
Correct.
How much time after you noticed these bruises was this vacation supposed to take place?
I'm not sure approximate date, but I filed for a protection order against her boyfriend.
Immediately.
Actually, I made a police report. As I picked him up, I pulled over a police officer as I was driving down the road.
So you made a report immediately?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you initiated a protective order with your son as the beneficiary of that protective order, keeping Miss Aldrich's boyfriend away from your son.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you and your boyfriend go away together with your son on vacation?
No, ma'am.
The boyfriend didn't go,
He was not allowed.
but you went,
I sure did.
and you took your son with you.
Yes, ma'am.
That was after a hearing. Was there ultimately a hearing on that protective order with regard to the boyfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened with that case?
It got dropped.
When you say it got dropped, or did it get dropped, or did it get dismissed?
It got dismissed. Ralph didn't have any evidence.
Well, that's your conclusion. Did you have a trial?
I did not go. I was on vacation at the time.
You mean to the hearing? Did the boyfriend go?
Yes, ma'am.
Stand up.
Thank you.
Last name, sir?
Mr. Gould, or Gould.
Mr. Gould, you went to the trial for the protective order. And was the protective order granted?
No, the protection order was dropped.
When you say dropped, it was withdrawn.
Withdrawn.
Okay, that's a different story. Do you understand, Miss Aldrich? That doesn't say didn't have any evidence. That means that Mr. Case had accomplished his mission, which was to prevent the boyfriend going on vacation with you and your son. So, mission accomplished. I don't have to proceed with this anymore. Now you can sit down.
Thank you.
I'd like to see the police report.
Police report, divine motion, and incident report, emails, attorney fees.
Stop
and
talking to
please.
yourself, please.
Sorry,
Only old
sorry,
people
Your
talk
Honor.
to themselves. Okay, so let's get to first, Miss Aldrich, with regard to your counterclaim. Based upon this police report alone, it's dismissed. Your counterclaim for the plaintiff filing frivolous actions against you. I must assume that prior to this incident, which occurred on June 4th, 2016, that you had been enjoying visitation with your son on some weekends, correct?
Correct.
How long had you been enjoying visitation with your son? A month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year?
Years.
Years. And this was the first police report that was filed.
Yes, magistrate.
Okay. And the 4th was the actual date that Mr. Chase picked your son up from visitation at your house. The officer's narrative, and I'm not quoting him, I'm quoting what the officer said that your son said to him. Your son said to the officer that the boyfriend hit him, which resulted in the bruises on his legs, shins, and back. That's what the boy told the officer. The officer documented that with photographs because the officer said, I saw the bruises, I documented them with photographs. So the plaintiff had every reason to file for a protective order against Mr. Gould based on this. As a matter of fact, he could have been charged with a neglect if he did not do so, knowing that Mr. Gould was again going to be alone in his company without his father present when you were on vacation. Now, you don't know, I don't know, certainly, and I'm not going to get that information here today as to whether or not the plaintiff coached your son to say that. However, based upon your statement to me that you have been having weekend visitation for years without incident, I have to assume that there wasn't an ongoing pattern of trying to disrupt your visitation with your son, but this was an incident that caused his custodial parent some alarm, coming back with bruises. Your excuse to the police officer who spoke to you was, we just took the training wheels off his bike and he fell. That was your reason. So he had every reason to do what he did. So your application for counsel fees is denied. You did what you were supposed to do. What counsel fees do you think you're entitled to?
Just to all the emergency motions that were filed.
Well, she filed an emergency motion as a result of you are trying to preclude her going on a long-standing vacation to allow her to take him. That's perfectly reasonable.
And also for relocation and to file for the custody when there was no extreme change of circumstances.
Well, listen, did you relocate?
No, ma'am.
Did you try to get an order of custody so that you could relocate?
Not for relocation purposes.
For the
Well,
child sorry.
What do you mean for the child?
It was a relocation for the child, so she would be full custodial parent and not me.
Oh, she filed for change in custody.
Yeah, it just said relocation on the
Well, listen, that happens, and that was just resolved, and it was resolved clearly in your favor. You retained primary custody, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
So that there was some benefit for the defendant in bringing on an application, because instead of weekend visitation, she now gets partial summer visitation, right? But the defendant's visitation rights were expanded as a result of the last order in May. That's a yes or a no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good, your case is dismissed. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I only have one other thing to say to you. Your son is 6. You're going to be parents of him. He's going to be living with you probably for the next 12 years. I'm speaking. Try listening. Put on your listening ears, Mr. Chase. I think you're a very nice guy, and you're a good parent, and you've parented this child reasonably well so far. I see no indication that you have not, which is all a wonderful thing, and I give you credit for that. However, I'm going to tell you this. Both of you didn't make this one child to make his life miserable, I assume. You made this child either on purpose or by accident, but you made this little being who didn't ask to be born. So don't make us like crazy. Do you understand?
I understand.
And your primary responsibility when your son is with you is to him, period. Nobody else. And I guarantee you that if you had primary custody of your son and he went with his father for a weekend and you picked your son up and he had bruises, which your son clearly did, and your son said that his girlfriend hit him, you would have done nothing less, right?
Correct.
Good. We're done. Is there someone whose name is Dusty here? That would be you.
Yes.
You are the plaintiff's wife?
Yes.
Are you together?
Not at this moment, no.
And you are appearing as a witness for him?
Yes.
Interesting. Now, Mr. Barnes, you lived with your wife in a rental property that is owned by the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
Your wife's name was on the lease. Your name is not on the lease.
Yes.
The defendant knew you were there. Is that correct?
That's not correct.
Oh, that's not true. Then your counterclaim is dismissed because your counterclaim is that he was supposed to fix a shed for you. You paid him to fix the shed. He never fixed the shed and the materials disappeared. Well, why would you pay? You mean he was just a maintenance guy that was around, so you knew he was living there?
Yes.
So why did you say no?
It's been a rocky relationship and they split up a number of times.
That's okay, but you knew he was living
I
there.
did know, yes.
Okay. And you knew he had been living there for a long period of time, as long as Dusty has lived there? How long was Mr. Barnes living there? When did you move in, Mr. Barnes?
October 19th of 2015.
And on what date did you change the locks?
November 9th, 2016.
You can't do that. So his lawsuit is for an illegal eviction and for some property that he claims was lost somehow. You have a counterclaim. Your counterclaim is some damage that was done to the house by this person who you first said that you didn't know was living there, and something that has to do with this shed that he was supposed to build for you. Okay. What I find is curious. Did you bring him today?
We flew together.
Because the story is a rather convoluted one. According to Miss Howell, you advised Miss Howell that you and the defendant were once again off again. You were leaving. Is that right?
Yes.
You could stand up over there. When did you tell her you were leaving?
It was like in November, a little after November.
And when was Mr. Barnes, the last night that Mr. Barnes stayed at the house?
I have no idea what was the last night.
What was the last night you stayed at the house?
It was like November 10th, somewhere in a little over the first week. I'm not sure of the date either.
Well, she changed the locks November 9th, so it had to be before.
Yeah, it was 2 days after after Dusty left. It was 2 days that Miss Howell came over there and changed the locks.
And you left in November.
Yes.
Had you paid November's rent?
Yes.
Who paid it?
My name is on the receipts.
Who paid it?
He did.
How much was it?
$575.
Mr. Barnes, who gave Miss Howell the rent?
Miss Howell is at the office when we go to pay the rent. We both went in there and we paid the rent. I got receipts.
And it was accepted.
Yes.
Why did you change the locks?
Because I got text messages to show you that Dusty had moved out and that Harold had changed the locks on the house and that she had turned off the...
Okay, just a second. So you show me where she said that Harold had changed the locks on the house. Did you change the locks on the
No,
house?
ma'am, I did not.
So show me. Did you tell her that Harold had changed the locks on the house?
No.
I'd like to see that.
Ma'am, the only locks that I put locks on the shed. I put a door on there and I put a padlock and a locked a door handle one that had a key to it also. But I didn't change no locks on the residence whatsoever.
What locks were you talking about? You say you went to get the things and he has changed the locks. Did that have to do with the locks on the residence?
The house, the door lock from the house were put onto the shed, and then they haven't got new locks for the house.
What kind of lock? You mean
like a regular door, the front door lock.
The question is, were you able to get into the house to get your things?
Yes, I was.
So what did you say to her, that you went back to the house to get your things, but he went and changed the locks? What does that mean?
He had changed the locks. When my daughter and I went to get my things, he had changed the locks. That's what he said at the time.
Just a minute. Did you go there, or did he tell you he changed the locks?
And he told me that he changed the locks.
Did you go there?
Yes.
Were the locks changed?
Yes.
So you couldn't get in?
As far as I knew.
It doesn't really make any difference. You knew he was there. You had accepted his rent. You had no right to evict him. That's what he's suing for, an illegal eviction.
Okay.
Well, you know that you have no right to. Is this your only rental property?
No.
Sure, you can tell me what happened.
What happened, can I tell you? Okay, so I had given him an application. I thought March, I've got a note from her saying this is her fiance and he would like to be on the rental agreement. So I gave him an application and they never turned it back in.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
you
so
knew he was a tenant. You accepted his rent.
Right.
You
So
knew he was a tenant. You accepted his rent. You have to give him notice.
She
You
gave me
didn't-
30 days notice that she was moving out. She did.
Just a second.
Okay.
On what date?
November 4th. I've got a 30-day notice
From her.
from her.
Did you find out about him?
Yes.
What did you do to find out about him?
I've got notice that he would move out on Monday of November. He gave me notice he was moving out as well. She has
Just a second. Show me where he said, I'm moving out. What?
Ma'am, she had already moved the property, all my property, from the residence prior to me even saying nothing like that.
Just a second. On what date did she remove your property from the residence?
She removed the property on, well, you're saying it was on the 11th, 2 days prior to all that. When Dusty gave notice, that's the day I was still in the house, and I texted her and told her I wanted to be there and I wanted to keep paying the rent. I've been paying the rent also.
Well, you had paid rent for November.
Yes, and then she came 2 days later and changed the locks and removed all my property. Every stick of property in the house was gone. She gave it to one of her tenants. She took my couch, my love seat, and everything I owned and gave it to a tenant.
No.
Yes, she did. Yes, you did.
I've got a picture here of Dusty moving her things out.
Dusty can move, listen to me. Dusty can move her things out. You have no right to move his things out. You have to go to housing court if you want to evict him and evict him. He had been a tenant for over a year. You accepted rent for him from the month of November. In the month of November, you changed the locks and put his things. I don't know what you did with them, but you had no right to do that.
I didn't touch his things. Dusty moved all of his things, all of his possessions. She took hers and put all of his in the shed, in the locked shed.
So what you're saying is, listen, I don't know whether she knows what today is. Did you take all of his stuff and put all of his stuff in the shed?
The things were removed from the house, his things, and put in the shed.
By whom?
By Peggy's husband and a maintenance man.
Were you at home when that happened?
I was there when all of this was happening.
Okay. So You were there, he was not.
Right.
And did you tell them to move his things from the house into the shed and secure them?
Yes.
You told them that.
Yes.
And they did it.
Yes.
Are either one of those people here today?
Yes. The gentleman.
You moved his things.
I helped.
Just a second. You moved his things. Who do you work for?
I was with my mom at the day,
So this is
helping
your-
them,
just a
helping
sec-
my mom.
I'm
And,
her mom.
Just a second. Who were you working for?
nobody. I'm not working for anybody. I was helping my mom move her things out and just helping them
Who
clean
was
up.
with you?
It was me and Peggy's husband, and there was
That would be you.
That's
yes.
Did you help move his things
Yes, I did.
out of the house into this shed? Well, that's all I want to know. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Your counterclaims dismissed. You cannot illegally evict someone who you know has been a tenant for a year because you chose sides in a domestic dispute. Now, you knew, and if you have other rental property, you know that if you have a de facto tenant who's there and has been there for over a year and you've been accepting rent, put your hand down.
Okay.
And you've been accepting rent from that person, you have to say, you're not on the lease, I'm giving you notice. Then they may or may not leave. But you can't summarily eject somebody who you've accepted rent from, at least for the month of November.
I've got a signed agreement that he agreed to vacate.
Before or after you moved his things? Look at me.
After.
Look, after. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000.
Thank
We're
you, ma'am.
done.
She knows the law. She knows she can't do that. She did it anyway.
She knows the law. I thought as of October 1st when I was at the property, he was not there.
And what she said about me moving out prior, no. She took my property and gave it to one of her tenants.
Make sure they sign the lease.
Time to move forward by myself.
Mr. Janet, the defendant was a tenant of yours, and she was a tenant of yours through a Section 8 housing, which means that Section 8 housing paid part of the rent and you paid part of the rent consistent with your income. It is your claim that the defendant left the house in a terrible state and in addition took some furnishings that didn't belong to her. The defendant says that she bought your furniture and that she wants her security deposit back and that whatever things she took from the house, she had purchased, things like faucets and things she replaced. Well, let's deal with that for a moment. I read your answer, Ms. Henderson, and it appeared to me that you did replace some knobs or faucets in the house. That's what you said?
Yes.
Did you put the old ones back when you left?
The old ones were kind of like ruined a little, so I replaced it brand new. I upgraded the furnishings in the sink, and I left the sink there, and I did replace all the blinds with brand new ones.
And you left them there?
Yes, I left them.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor.
I have the proof right here stating from the guy who did the labor and the repairs, and he just sent the receipt to me.
What I'm asking you is, did you leave it there?
Yes, I left it there.
Did you take pictures of it?
Yes, well, I didn't take pictures of them, but I do have the receipt and the man who did the labor.
Oh, I understand that you may have done it. He says that you didn't leave them.
He says a lot of things that are not true.
Maybe. When you left, did you do a walkthrough of the house?
Did, Your Honor, and that...
Together?
No, she wouldn't make an appointment. I called, I have to check my calendar, and I never heard back.
Okay. You were taking back this property. She was a tenant for how long?
Almost 2 years.
3 years.
And you were taking back the property because you wanted to move back into the country?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we agreed upon the Section 8 doing the checklist, the passing list, and I have the passing list through housing right here.
I'd like to see.
Okay.
When did you move out, Ms. Henderson?
On the 27th of February, and that was the exit report.
Well, this is February of 2015.
Well, I don't have the up-to-date one, but Mr. John Janet has the same copy that I have also, but the exit inspection, he has the same
Do you
one.
have an exit inspection from
City of
Section
Carlsbad.
8 housing?
I have an inventory checklist. After she left, there was an inventory done of the property.
By whom?
Well, the housing gal was there. I have a letter from housing that she took some pictures. She couldn't believe it. She just couldn't believe the
Not
destruction
true.
was so extensive.
Just a second.
Not true.
Do
I
you
have the
have
pictures.
something from housing in February? You vacated in February.
Yes.
On or about February 27th or the beginning of March that indicates the condition of the house.
He wouldn't bring that, Your Honor, because that would be defeating his whole purpose if he bought that list with him.
You should have it.
I know, I thought I bought both
Well,
of them. I
that's-
did. But I
Shoulda,
wouldn't be-
woulda, coulda. That
Right,
comes
but I-
under the category of shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I wouldn't continue on Section 8 if I destroyed his home. They wouldn't let me continue on it.
Miss Henderson, I don't know that at all. I just need the document. Okay, do we have the document we were looking for?
I believe we do, Your Honor. There's also a letter from the
I
housing
just want to see
inspector.
the document, please.
Yeah, I'm saying that is part of the documents.
It's not part of the document. The document is that one paper underneath the picture.
And it has the last inspection that was done in there included, Your Honor. Too much.
Second.
A little too much.
This
There's
is
a lot more.
nothing. Okay. This was done in December of 2016.
She put that one off and told housing couldn't do it, come back another time, and was able to stall them.
So everything passed.
Yes, ma'am. And I moved on to my next place.
Now, Mr. Janet, there were no notes on here other than it said unit passed inspection, new kitchen faucet, screen door, and sliding door handle were being installed during the inspection.
Well, if the screen door was installed, Your Honor, it's bent in half laying out on the deck. And the faucet that was installed is laying there, never mounted down. It's a $20 plastic faucet, and the one that was originally there disappeared.
Well, this is from an independent person, the same person who inspected
But,
the
Your Honor,
property, and it says the unit does not pass inspection. The smoke detector and carbon monoxide need to be in working condition. Okay, so they make notes if they see something
Right.
that isn't right. The exit inspection, everything passed, and there were no notes on here.
Your Honor, a housing inspection does not include anything in regard to the furnishings, and they do not care if the carpeting is ripped up and holes pulled in it by an animal. They don't write that down, Your Honor. That's the problem. I would have known a long time ago what was happening.
Maybe. Now, let's talk about your furnishings, because that's part of your lawsuit, that she took furnishings that didn't belong to you. What furnishings did she take that didn't belong to her?
Okay.
Everything that was in the place.
The before?
Bird?
Sure. These are pictures of the furnished apartment that she moved into.
Got it. Now, this.
When I moved in, the beds had bed bugs, so we call waste
Not
management.
talking. This is not a bed. This is a table and chair. Where is it?
$1,800. I purchased all the furniture when I moved in. I paid him $1,800.
Just a second. You paid him
Yes.
for all the furniture.
Yes, but
I'd like
the
to
bed.
see proof that because you took all this furniture. I'd like to see proof that
It was
you
through
paid
the property
him.
management. I paid through the property management. And I also have the pay stubs for my
Just a
checking
second.
account.
Did she ever buy your furniture?
Yes, we did, Your Honor. We
No.
we were going to...
He just said yes.
If you interrupt me again, I'm going to find in his favor. Do you understand
Yes,
me?
ma'am.
Did she buy your furniture?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm used to ma'am from the military. No, Your Honor.
Just a second. You first said yes, and then you said
I
no.
thought you meant, did you buy new furniture?
No, I said, did she buy your furniture?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So is what you're telling me you were renting a furnished apartment to her?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much was the rent on the furnished apartment?
Initially, I think it was like $1,900 for the rent.
Do you know what this is?
I have a copy of the rent portion.
This is a fraud made up by somebody, Your Honor. It's a fraud. Total. It's a joke. She's done that before when she said, I bought something.
Just a second. Nobody sold you all this furniture for $1,800.
No, Your Honor.
Don't believe it.
Your Honor, it's the truth because when I moved in, the beds got removed by waste management.
I don't care if you removed the beds. Listen, I'm looking at these pictures.
And it didn't look like that when I moved in, Your Honor. I promise you it didn't. The beds, it didn't look like that. The beds or the couches didn't look nothing like that. And I had a 1- and 2-year-old, and I told them that the glass tables couldn't be there because of my kids. So he removed those when I first got in. So the only thing was left there was 4 chairs, like 4 little white chairs, rocking chairs, and that's it. And the beds were removed.
You know, I'm not believing you.
I'm
not believing you because, don't tell me it's true. I'm not believing you because if first you tell me that you paid $1,850. Hey. First, you tell me you paid $1,850 for all the furniture in the apartment, and then you tell me that there were only 4 little chairs there.
It was because the beds were removed because they had bed bugs.
So you didn't want the beds.
Exactly.
Just a minute. So you didn't want the beds. So you want me to believe that you paid on Section 8 housing $1,850.
I did. I did.
Let me finish the question. I'm going to finish the question.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't believe you. I don't believe that you paid $1,850 for 4 little white chairs.
It wasn't just 4 little chairs. Yeah, there was appliances there too, like a toaster and a microwave and things like that.
No, not things like that. What about table and chairs?
No,
dining?
they were removed. They were removed because they were glass, and I had a 1- and 2-year-old. It was dangerous.
Just a second. So is what you're telling me you paid for it and then had it removed?
No, I didn't pay for that. He had it removed by by the property management.
So I want you to tell me what it was that you paid for.
I will.
$1,850.
4
little chairs.
Kitchen was all furnished with all appliances. It had like every spoons and Tupperware and bowls and cups and stuff. And I had nothing when I moved in there. So, and it had 4 chairs and it had some comforters and some sheets and things that I do believe that came up to about $1,800. I had my income tax and I did pay him that much for that. Around the time that I moved in, I did just get my income tax money and I paid him for that. I don't believe you. It's the truth.
So we have carpets.
I have other pictures that are better.
You have stickers on the doors.
Those are a lot clearer.
What is this a picture of?
I don't know, Your Honor. There were so many things that were jerked around and reworked that I didn't even know the place when we finally walked in. I just stood there.
I've never met Mr.
Couldn't
Johnson
believe
until
it.
today. I've never seen him. He never been on a property where I was there, and he didn't know what was in there when I moved in. This is the first time I've ever saw him.
That's a lie,
Ever
Your
met
Honor.
him. I went through a management company, so maybe he don't know what was in there left or not, but it wasn't him that I went through. I never dealt with him.
I would like to speak to the inspector who did the inspection of this property. And we're going to recall this case while I try to have one of my clerks back there get me a number for this inspector. And if you have the number, that would make...
So mine's and theirs is totally probably different, but I don't know what happened. But I know when they came in to see me that it worked.
Those pictures are when you moved out. I walked in there and fell over.
I just want to speak to the inspector who did the inspection. Where's the number? I don't see the number.
I have a number for you right here. 760.
Miss Henderson, Mr. Janet, the people who did the inspection from the government decided it would not be a good idea to speak to anyone about anything at any time, anywhere at all. They don't think it's a good idea to get involved. As a result of that, let me tell you what I did. I looked at the before pictures of the kitchen, the way it was when you moved in. And then I looked at the pictures of the kitchen when you moved out. Compared the kitchen and compared the inside of the stove.
I had professional cleaners come in
Just a second. Mm-hmm. Compared the outside of the stove. This didn't happen in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. That happened in the years you were living there, which means this place may have passed inspection because the smoke alarms worked and the carbon monoxide worked. Maybe whoever inspected said, this is just dirt and it doesn't make it uninhabitable, it just makes it disgusting. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
No, I don't, because they wouldn't have passed me with a stove like that. I mean, that's on a checklist.
Well, that's the stove. I compared it to the stove that was in this
picture. I don't know where he got
picture.
these pictures from, but the pictures you're showing from before, that's my pictures. So I don't know where he's getting these after pictures from. It's not true.
Absolutely. I compared the two.
Right, and the one you got before pictures, that's how I left it.
Minus the counters.
This
is how you left it.
That's how I left it. And minus the counters being chopped up, I did do that. I did chop up the counters, but other than all the other stuff he's showing, I don't know where he got those pictures from.
Great.
So I don't believe that to be true.
Well, let me ask. I don't care what you believe.
I believe that
Why did you chop up the kitchen counter?
I didn't know any better, and I do take responsibility of that. I do. And the carpet may be dirty, and he needs to replace and clean it. That's it. But other than that, those pictures came from when I left.
Very good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Your counterclaims dismissed. We're done.
Nobody should have to endure the kind of trashing that place took.
They wouldn't have cleared me and let me move on to the next place.
The destruction was immense.
Really wants as a monster. He's a very slumlord. So I'm okay with the verdict.
I'm out of it. I'm out of it. We've got each other. That's all I want.
Miss Smith, how old are you?
19 years old.
And how old are you, Mr. Ramon?
21.
How long had you and Miss Smith been dating?
Since about February of last year.
It appears, Miss Smith, from what you say, that you were staying over at the defendant's house, and that was January of this year. Had you done that often?
Staying at his house? Yes, ma'am.
With your mother's permission?
Yes.
What time had you arrived at his house on the 28th?
I'd say probably around 2 or 3 in the morning.
You got there at 2 or 3 in the morning?
Yes, I was out of town with some friends that night, and when I got back in town, I went over to his house and saw him.
Where had you been?
Winona.
What were you doing there?
Seeing friends, hanging out.
Why didn't you go home?
I just didn't want to. And he invited me over, and I said okay.
Well, you live at home with your mother. I'm just trying to put this all together. And you were out with some friends, getting home at 2 o'clock in the morning. Could I ask you a question? 19 years old, lives under your roof, so you control the air, you control the, what goes on in your house. Had your daughter told you she was going to be away for a couple of days?
It's not unusual for her to go to Winona. I have a 24-year-old that lives in Winona. So when she goes out there, sometimes she will stay the whole weekend.
Okay, so when did she leave?
I would imagine she left that.
I left that Friday.
Okay. Did she tell you she was going to Winona for the weekend?
I
Is
was
my
aware.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
How did she get there?
Driving.
Whose car?
Mine.
So you loaned her your car to go there.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna figure it all out. Okay. So your daughter lied to you and told you she was going to Winona for the weekend. She went there for the evening, and then she went to her boyfriend's house at 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday.
Well, can I say something quick?
Just to say, no, I'm not talking to you. Just so that we get this clear. Because, I've had teenagers too. She didn't tell you she was going to Winona for the early evening and then she was going to spend the rest of the weekend with Mr. Raynone.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Now, so you got to Mr. Raynone's house at about 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
We started fighting
What were you fighting about, Miss Smith?
Well, he didn't really agree with me going to town anyway. Anytime I hang out with my friends, it's a problem. And so we were fighting.
Well, but he had invited you over, or you would plan to go over, or you woke him up?
No, he invited me over. He was awake the whole entire.
So far, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, and you started to argue because had you been drinking?
No, I was driving.
So that you were just arguing about hanging out with these people. Did you have a brother or a sister in Winona?
A brother.
So you were supposed to be staying with him?
Well, I tried contacting him after I finished.
You told your mother you were staying with him?
Yes, ma'am.
So that would be on the 27th of January, right?
Yes.
Did you see your brother at all on the 27th of January?
No,
No, so the answer is no. You didn't see him at all?
No.
So who were you seeing?
I was with 4 of my friends.
Where did you go?
We went to another friend of mine. So I used to live there, and I moved from there to where I live now. And so we were just hanging out with my friends, and after I hung out with them, I texted my brother and let him know that I was in town and that I wanted to see him, and he didn't contact me back.
What time was that?
Around 10 or 11.
Does he work?
Yes. I mean, he's awake. I know him, and I called his phone, but he didn't answer.
So he was awake? You called his phone, he didn't answer, you texted him and he didn't answer. Okay, now, so then you're over to the boyfriend's house. So the plan wasn't that you were supposed to go to the boyfriend's house. The plan was you were supposed to go, and according to you, I'm just figuring out who my customers are. I don't think you're a bad young lady, I just think that you're a fibber. So I have to figure out what you were fibbing about and what you're not fibbing about. So you weren't supposed to. The plan wasn't that you were coming back to see your boyfriend. The plan was, according to you, that you were going to, after you finished hanging out with your friends, text your brother and get in touch with him and go and sleep there.
Correct.
But he didn't answer the phone.
Correct.
Right. You have your phone with you?
Correct.
I'd like to see the text to your brother.
I have my new phone. The phone that I texted him off was the one that Joshua broke.
So then you get to Joshua's house, and you were a late guest, so you didn't get to contact him until after 10, 11 o'clock at night because you didn't know that you couldn't stay at your brother's house, according to you, which I don't believe, until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. And you go to his house, and you start to argue because he didn't like you hanging around in the college town. Okay, now what?
He ended up falling asleep. I don't know what he was doing prior to me getting there.
Okay, you don't know. So he ended up going to sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you do?
I fell asleep on his floor that night, and we woke up and we continued.
Okay. What time did you fall asleep?
I wouldn't know. Maybe around 4 in the morning.
4. And what time did you wake up in the morning?
Maybe 10 or 11.
And?
And then we continued to argue about whatever we were talking about the night before. And I wanted to leave, and I told him to take me home. And I didn't drive.
Just a second. Why did you tell him to take you home?
I didn't drive to his house.
What?
I did not drive to his house.
How did you get to his house?
He came and picked me up from my house. I got home from Winona.
And you got home from Winona at what time?
In the early morning. I really...
Well, that's what we're here for. You got home from Winona at what time?
Maybe 2 o'clock in the morning.
And you put your mother's car in the driveway, in the garage?
Yes, ma'am.
And called the defendant to come and get you.
Well, we were already in contact about where I was and when I was coming home, so he knew that I was...
Don't tell me what he knew.
Okay.
The plan then was he was going to. Did you go into your house?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see your mother?
No, ma'am. She was sleeping.
So, as far as your mother knows, you're going to be away for the weekend at your brother's house in Winona. She gets up in the morning and she finds your car, the car that she had loaned to you the night before, but she finds no you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you leave her a note?
No. But my friend Maria was staying at my house with me. And so I just dropped her off and then I kept going.
Oh, it gets more complicated. So you had a friend with you that you left to deliver the message to your mother that you were going to your boyfriend's house.
Well, she was currently living with me as a roommate.
I don't care. You don't leave your mother a note.
No.
Call the boyfriend. Boyfriend came to see you. Why didn't you just drive to his house?
Because I'm not supposed to be in contact with him. My mom does not like us.
Just a second. Is there any reason for that?
No, ma'am. My mother just doesn't like me communicating with Josh. And so
there must be a reason. She must not like him for a reason.
Yes.
What's the reason?
Just prior relationship problems that we've had, issues that we've had in our relationship.
Well, what were you going to tell your mother when you came home?
I'm not sure.
Now, you're up at 11 o'clock in the morning and you're at Josh's house. You continued to fight. You told him to take you home and he wouldn't let you leave the house.
Correct.
He blocked the door.
Correct.
But you finally got out of the house.
Yes.
And tell me about what happened when you finally got out of the house.
He took my shoes from me, one of my boots. And
He took one boot?
Yes. I got out of the apartment building and we keep our shoes in the hallway. And so I started to put my shoes on and he's like, no, you're not going anywhere. And I had one shoe on and he took the other one from me. And so I'm like, okay, fine, you can have them both. I'm just going to walk home then if you're not going to drive me. And so I gave him my other boot and I started to walk home in the snow after that with just my socks on. So I walked down the driveway and maybe about 4 or 5 houses down the sidewalk. And that's when he drove up beside me with my boots in his car.
Why didn't you call somebody?
I don't know. I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't know? You're 19 years old. You have your phone with you.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up the phone and you call your mother and you say, please come and get me. Or you call a cab or you call an Uber or you go to a neighbor and say, I need to get home or something.
Correct. I just wanted to get out of there at that point.
Okay. So now you got out and he comes up in his car and
he tells me, I'm really sorry about everything that I did. And I said, just please get in the car, put your shoes on, I'll take you home. I got in the car, I put my shoes on, and instead of driving me home like he said he was going to do, he turned the car around and started taking me back to his apartment building. And we got into about the driveway of his apartment building, and I proceeded to jump out of the car to get away from him. And I started walking back home down the sidewalk as I was doing.
And now you had your boots on?
Yes, I had my boots on at this time.
So you start to walk home and?
And I realized that I didn't have my phone on me because I wanted to call my mom for a ride. And so I walked back to his apartment building and he left his car door unlocked. And so I was looking in the car for my phone under the passenger seat and I didn't see it. And so at that time, Josh came out of his apartment building and started yelling at me and telling me, get out of my car, what are you doing? Your phone's not in there, and, being belligerent. And I let him know I'm not trying to have any problems. I just want to get my phone and get out of here and go home. I just, I don't want to be here. And he didn't come out of the front door of the apartment building. He came from around the back. And so I chased him and he had my phone in his hand.
And?
And it was broken. And I have pictures of it if you'd like to.
Okay. Listen to me really carefully.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I have much more important things to do, I hope, today. Where did she leave her phone?
In the driveway when she had hopped out of the vehicle.
And you picked it up?
No, I did not have it in my hand at all.
So you left it in the driveway?
When she had jumped out of the vehicle, that's when it had came out with her, and I knew nothing further than that. I went inside to go in to look for my phone.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Did you, after you went and darted off after your girlfriend, after you let her come to your house at 2 o'clock in the morning, after you fought with her over the fact that she was hanging out with friends that you didn't like, all of which I believe, by the way, there is no way that you left the phone in the driveway and went inside to the house. Is that what you want me to believe?
I didn't know that she even lost it.
You just said it fell out?
Until she had came back, asking for her phone, crying. I didn't know that she had a phone missing. When she had...
Oh, I thought you said it fell out when she got out of the car.
No, that's what I'm saying. It must have, because she had found it broken. I did not have it in my hand when she had seen me with it. That's a lie. She had found it on the ground broken, and on the ground is where she had jumped out of the vehicle originally, which the phone must have came out with her when she had jumped out of the car.
Now you have a police report.
Yes.
I'd like to read it. Were you there? Do you know about this?
I picked her up. She finally got to a neighbor's house.
Just a second.
That police report isn't much. It just says.
Don't tell me what it says.
Okay.
The police arrived. They had discussion with both of you. Is that right?
Yep.
What was it that you claimed that she broke or stole of yours?
She had stolen my cell phone, and the police did not make a report because she's the one who called the cops on me.
During the time that she was at your house,
Correct.
did you go through her phone log?
No.
Did she go through your phone log?
Yes.
Tell me when that happened.
When I was asleep.
When you were asleep?
I woke up and my phone wasn't where I had left it, and she was starting fighting with me because she was on it.
What did she say to you?
Nothing. We were just arguing.
About what?
About the night before and everything.
Oh, okay. So you told the police you took your phone because it wasn't where you had left it the night before.
No, I
carefully.
had it in the morning. I had the phone in the morning.
Listen to me carefully.
Yes.
Where did you find it the next morning?
It was next to me, but it wasn't like where I had placed it before I fell asleep, which means that somebody was on it.
Problem. You have to pay for her phone. You have a bill for the phone?
I don't have a bill for my phone, but I have messages regarding when I bought my new phone and how much that cost.
I don't care what your new phone cost. I want to know when you bought this phone, what kind of phone it was.
This is how much it'll be for a replacement.
I
When
don't
bought
want to see
my-
what a replacement is.
The one that he broke costed $350.
What kind of phone was it?
It was an iPhone 6S.
When did you purchase it?
I only had it for maybe about 3 or 4 months before it got damaged.
So it's a 6S, and you believe you paid somewhere around $350 for it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anything else you want to tell me?
I have hospital records of me being seen after having to jump out of his car.
I'll take a look at them.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
What?
Can I give you a little history?
No, I don't want to hear any history. I've heard enough history. He's going to pay for her phone.
Okay.
And I also have something else.
Oh, I don't care. When you act stupid, stupid things happen.
Miss Judy, he doesn't...
This doesn't tell what they found with you.
I was trying to let you know.
What?
That is just the papers that I got when I left the emergency room saying...
Did they give
what
you
I
any
came in
medication?
for. No, he didn't.
Did they give you a splint, a Band-Aid, and anything?
He gave me ice packs.
He gave you an ice pack.
Yes, and then I was excused for work from...
Very good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $350. We're done. Miss Morton, this young man is your son.
Yes, ma'am.
And he was living with you at the time of this automobile accident.
Yes, he was.
When had he begun to live with you?
April of that previous year.
And on what date was the accident, Mr.
January
Whitmore?
7th.
January 7th.
Where were you going?
Not 5 minutes away to the store.
What time of day?
I believe it was somewhere in the early morning hours, probably somewhere around 11 o'clock.
What kind of car did your son have an accident with?
2014 Nissan Versa.
And when had you purchased it?
I purchased it in December of the year before.
Did you pay cash or did you have it on time?
No, ma'am, I paid cash.
With what company was it insured?
American Family.
I'd like to see proof of insurance on the date of the accident.
She didn't have insurance on the car. I got a ticket for no insurance.
This doesn't tell me. I never saw a certificate of insurance that says that it's effective January 11th, 2016 to termination.
Oh, and here's the other one till January 11, 2017.
I need a statement from the insurance company that your car was insured on January 7th of 2017.
I don't know.
We're going to wait until we get it. Do you understand? If I'm going to wait for nothing, let me know now. If the car wasn't insured on that date, let me know now.
No, ma'am, the car was insured.
Then we'll come back when we have a statement that the car was insured by the company. You got a ticket for lack of insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to see it. Failure to maintain a lane, which is...
Pretty much causing an accident.
You caused an accident.
That's what they're saying, yes.
And you had no driver's license. So
Correct.
you shouldn't have been driving a car.
That's what they say, allegedly.
What do you mean that's what they say?
That's what they said.
That's what they say.
I had a license, but I just didn't have a physical copy of the license on me.
Your Honor, he went to jail under alias.
Just a second. I don't know that. If you have proof of that, that's fine. I'll look at it. It says no license on person.
Correct.
Did you produce a license?
No.
Okay, so you didn't have a license. Okay, then you shouldn't have been driving a car.
Okay.
This said expired registration.
I have my registration right here from the state of Missouri.
Well, he was given a ticket for expired registration and removing tags with intent. Now, if you remove tags, that means you shift license plates from one car to another.
I have my tag number that matches on my registration that matches the vehicle.
Listen, I don't know why he got tickets for this. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand what I'm saying to you? He could not produce a valid registration for your car.
Correct.
He could not produce proof of insurance when they checked because he asked for license and registration. And the tags didn't match. Whatever vehicle, when they checked the tags, it didn't match the vehicle that he was driving.
But my registration with the tag number matches with the VIN number and the vehicle.
Madam.
Because we were in the state of Georgia. The state of Georgia, when they ran my license, it didn't come up in Georgia's system. Missouri tags, the car that's registered in Missouri would not come up in a Georgia system.
Just a second. Why was the car registered in Missouri?
Because that's where I lived at the time. I was moving from Missouri to Georgia. I just moved to Georgia.
He was living with you starting in April. Where were you living with her in April? In Missouri or Georgia?
Georgia.
In Georgia. This accident happened in January.
Correct. I just moved to Georgia in December.
He's been living with you since April.
December 2016.
No.
15.
Listen, we're not going to play with each other.
No.
Your son was living with you in April in Georgia. This accident happened in January of the following year.
This year.
April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. 10 months later.
Yes.
Why isn't your car registered and insured in the state of Georgia?
I didn't get it registered in the state of Georgia, and I wasn't going to get it registered in Georgia until my tags expired.
We're going to come back, and you're going to present to me the tags, proof that your car was insured on January 7th of 2017, a letter from your company, because I assume this is the same company that insures you now.
American Family.
Fine. All we need is a statement from them that this car, which was a 2014 Nissan, was insured by them. Because if he was in a collision and it was insured by them, you have a 2014 car, then you had insurance.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, I do.
Did
the insurance fix the car?
He was not on my insurance, no, ma'am. He was an uninsured driver. I didn't put him on my insurance because I had no intentions of him driving my car.
We're going to be back. Go get me what I asked you for. So, Ms. Morton, I'm advised by my clerk that you, in fact, did not have insurance at the time of this accident on the 7th of January of 2017. Is that correct?
That is correct, ma'am. I was just informed that the policy...
Ms. Morton, I don't believe you. I knew you didn't have insurance. I'm like Karnak. I knew you didn't have insurance because if you had insurance, if you even thought you had insurance, when you had the accident, you would have called your insurance company and would have said to your insurance company, my son just had an accident. Am I covered for any of it? Because that's what people do. And if you called your insurance company, they would have said, I'm sorry, your insurance lapsed, and you would have known that in January, not months later. So let's get over it. You didn't have insurance on the car. I don't even have to get to the point where, were the plates the right plates from Missouri? Was it registered? I don't even have to get there. I know that you had no insurance, and I know that your son didn't take the car without your permission.
He did take the car.
Let me explain myself clearly to you. You lie to me once, you get no further chances. The only thing is, you're culpable for letting him drive a car that was uninsured. And there's no question in my mind that he had the car, he had driven the car before, he drove the car, it was in the afternoon. There was no question that you knew he took the car, he was probably going for food for you or for his son who lives with you. Who knows? I don't care. You lied to me once, you don't get another chance. Your problem, Mr. Whitmore, is you were at fault in the accident.
Well, I wasn't at fault.
Wait, just a second. Where's the piece of paper you just gave me?
Right here.
Where's the piece of paper? And you want me to play back the tape? You know, we do tape these things.
Yeah, I don't need you to play back.
Just a second, Will.
Don't
raise the octave on your voice with me, sir. Failing to maintain a lane. Accident. Guilty. That's what you pled. Guilty.
Sure did. I did plead guilty.
Listen to me. Don't be a wise guy with me.
I'm not. I'm just stating the fact.
That means that you caused the accident.
Wasn't my fault.
Your Honor.
Who wants to sit in jail for 7 days over a ticket that You want to get out of jail? Yeah, plead guilty. Whatever you want. Bye. I'm gone.
Before he
You,
was
just
even
a second. Don't speak. I'm telling you, I don't listen to people who swear to tell the truth and then lie. Do you understand?
I didn't lie, but okay. I
Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. What do you think? I'm just a good guesser? I've been doing this for 35 years. The car was damaged.
Correct.
In your possession.
Correct.
After you pled guilty to changing lanes, and was the car totaled?
No.
Where are you living now? Be careful what you say to me.
Pillow the post, couch surfing. I was
What?
couch surfing.
Couch surfing.
Yeah.
And your mother has custody of a child of yours. Yes, no?
No. Physical custody, yes.
Just a second. What kind of stupid answer is that?
It's an answer because she has physical custody of him. Legal in court wise, no, that's my son. I have custody of him.
Not if you're couch hopping.
Well, of course, it's beneficial for him to stay with somewhere like that.
You probably deserve each other. How long has your mother had custody of your son?
Physical custody or custody?
Sir, you don't have legal custody of your son.
How come I don't?
How come? Because you don't have the piece of paper that says so.
Neither does she.
She doesn't have to. She has physical custody.
Exactly.
Possession is 9/10 of the law, so you don't have
Correct.
custody either. Just to answer my question, how
Okay.
long has your mother had custody of the... There's only one star here, and that's me.
Okay. I hear
How
you.
long has your mother had custody of your son?
Since he was 2.
And how old is he now?
10.
Now, since you're couch hopping or sleeping or whatever you're doing, that suggests to me that you don't pay rent anywhere in a stable place. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you own a vehicle?
No.
Do you have a job?
Correct. Yes.
What kind of job do you have?
Chef. Sous chef.
Where?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Name of the
Morton's.
So you're a sous chef at Morton's in Atlanta. On which street? Because there are several.
Downtown. I think it's Peach Street.
How long have you been the sous chef at Morton's downtown?
About 6 months.
Well, Morton's is a large company, so they pay by check.
Correct.
How is his son supported?
I support him.
No. Do you get any assistance for him?
I get grandparent benefits.
You get grandparent benefits because you have him through a foster grandparent program?
I have him through the state of Missouri, yes.
Right. So the state sends money for him. Is that correct?
They send me, no, not cash. I don't get cash. I get food stamps.
For him?
Yes, ma'am. Plus I work.
That's fine. But you don't get any money from him.
No, ma'am.
Right. Well, now we're going to get you some money from the state of where are you living now?
Georgia.
Georgia. Now, he is a sous chef in Atlanta at Morton's. Pay attention, who's ever listening. All they have to do is garnish his check, and then you'll get some money from him. You have a repair bill for the car?
Yes, ma'am.
You know you're partially responsible for that. You understand that you let him drive an uninsured vehicle. You let him drive an uninsured vehicle, and he is responsible, but so are you. I'm not going to hear anymore. I'm just going to take a look at the car and take a look at the bill. How much is your check every 2 weeks from Morton's, Mr. Whitmore? It's not an answer.
About $650, $700.
And you have no rent, so that's fine. Where is the bill to repair it?
You have it. That's it right there. That's the
$312?
No, it's at the bottom, $3,012.
Was it fixed?
No, ma'am. It's in the shop. I dropped it off at the shop.
Okay. Looks like $3,000 worth of damage. Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. We're done. Thank you.
He asked for permission to use the car, and I told him no.
I'm really just happy it's all over with.
He took the car while I was asleep.
It caused a big rift between me and my mom, so
I usually sleep with him under the pillow, but I didn't.
I'm just happy it's all said and done.
He has many of them. I don't know which one this one was.
I use an alias, yeah.
So when we looked him up, and I said, well, there he is right there. She was like, oh, no, that's not him. That's such and such.
Who wants to go to jail?
No, ma'am, that's my son.
Just pretty much do the right thing.
You can't keep skating by. You have to assume responsibility for what you did.
You were in an automobile accident that you claim was the defendant's fault.
Right.
I don't think that the defendant would deny that if there was an accident, it was her fault. She says there was no accident.
That's interesting.
Okay, that's what she says. She says there was no accident. So why don't you tell me the date of this accident?
June 27th, 2017.
What time?
2:15 in the afternoon.
Could you go over to the board and show me which one was your car?
I am the orange car with the P on a plaintiff.
Okay, so you were going straight down the road. The defendant had a stop sign.
Correct. I had the right-of-way on this Main Street, Grand Via Altamira.
So she went through the stop sign.
Correct. Right in front of me, across in front of me.
She crossed in front of you?
Yes.
And then what happened?
And then she shot through, so she didn't hit me. She headed towards this curb here, and then to avoid hitting the curb, she swerved out and struck my right front fender and her left front wheel.
Okay. Do you have a photograph of the damage?
Yes, I did.
I'd like to see it.
Since the car is brand new, I had a very difficult time taking pictures because it's shiny and I got a lot of reflection.
What kind of car was it?
2017 Porsche
Give her
Boxster.
all of them, Kim.
Okay. Do you want her damage also?
First, let me see yours.
Okay.
Did you both get out of your car?
Yes, we did.
Show me where you were when you both got out of the car.
Right in the same area here.
So she stopped?
Yes, she did. And then as she did so, she said, I have a microfiber cloth in my car.
Well, first she stopped.
Okay.
Didn't say anything. She stopped, she got out of the car.
She apologized profusely.
What did she say?
She said, I'm so sorry, I tried not to hit you and I swerved, but I didn't make it.
Her son was traveling with her in the car. Where was he? In the passenger seat in the front or in the back?
I believe so, in the front seat.
You believe so?
Yes.
Were you in the front seat?
Yes.
Did you exchange information?
We exchanged phone numbers.
Not insurance information?
Not at that time. We exchanged phone numbers. She texted her phone number to me there on the scene. And for some unknown reason, one of the phone numbers she gave me for her home was a Minnesota phone number, and I don't know why.
Did she give you a working phone number?
Yes, the cell number. She texted it to me as I stood there, and I have the text with me.
I'd like to see it.
And the whole time that she had stopped, her son kept saying, I'm sorry, Mom, I'm so sorry, Mom, about 3 times. She never gave me her license or any type of address. I had to go seek that out for myself.
Well, you asked her for your insurance registration card.
And she never gave it to me.
Why not?
I gave my insurance card.
No, your number.
I have the complete text exchange between
May
us.
I see it?
No license.
Did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because we came close, but I did not.
That's baloney. That's
not.
baloney. It's baloney. Because you wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her.
We stopped.
You wouldn't have gotten out of your car if you didn't hit her. So my question to you, I'm going to repeat it again. Why did you tell your insurance company that you didn't hit her?
I told my insurance company that I did not feel an impact. We were very close, and I rolled down my window, and she was right there.
That's not true. How could you lie? Is that what you want to teach him? How to lie? Is that what you want to teach your son? How to lie?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's what you're doing. Because your son was in the car, he knows that you hit her. So if what you want to do is teach him how to grow up to be a liar, you're doing a good job.
That is not what I want to do.
Well, then you want to tell me why you told your insurance company that there was no accident.
Because, do you want me to go?
No, I want you to tell me. You and I both know that there was an accident. We both know it because everything she told me was true. That you got out of the car, that you said, I'm so sorry, I tried to avoid you.
I did not say that.
Tell me what you said. Just a second. Just remember who you're telling the story to and who was there and heard you. Just remember.
Okay.
Great.
I made the turn.
You went through a stop sign. She had the right of way.
Yes, she did. And it was very clear. I could see around the corner there was no car coming.
Well, there was a car coming.
Well, it was not.
There was a car coming because her car was coming.
Okay.
So you didn't see it. Maybe you were distracted. Maybe you were having an argument with your son. Maybe you were having a heated discussion with your son. Whatever it was, you blew a stop sign. You blew the stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign.
Well, you did because you hit her. She had the right of way. If you came in close contact with her, or if you swerved to avoid her, then you still blew a stop sign.
I did not blow the stop sign. I come out of this neighborhood every day because I live there. And I have to be very careful because sometimes people blow.
We're talking about June 27th, 2017. Make sure you're careful because otherwise you brought him here. I'll ask him questions. Do you understand? Nope. I didn't ask you to do anything yet.
I made the turn and I was going and I saw a car speeding from my left side.
Yeah, just a minute. Just to make sure you realize who you're telling me this story in front of.
And I stopped and I didn't feel anything or hear anything. And so I was relieved. I rolled down my window and she said, "What the hell are you doing?" And I got out of my car and she backed up and she goes, "Look at the scratch on my car." And then she looks at my car and she said, "And there's no damage to your car." She said, "My husband is going to kill me."
What kind of car were you driving?
A Tesla Model X.
Yes. Go ahead.
And so I said, "Well, I have a microfiber cloth in my car. Do you want me to try to wipe your scratch?" And she said, "Sure." So I did that.
Just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that a lady, for no reason, would say, "Let me go in my car," when there was no contact between your car and hers, and get a cloth and try to polish out a scratch? You telling me that you want me to believe that? That you did that?
Well, I was...
No way in the world. I didn't make that spot on the floor, but let me get down and let me wash the floor. Let me try to get the spot out of the floor, even though I had nothing to do with it. You trying to tell me that a lady like you try to buff out a scratch on her car that she didn't cause? Do you understand where I'm going?
I understand where you're going.
Great.
So we got out, we both took pictures, and she wanted to file a claim, so I gave her my information and the insurance.
Why in the world would you give her your information, madam, if there had been no contact with the car?
Because I didn't want to have an argument with her. I figured the insurance company could deal with it.
If you told the insurance company that there was no accident, the insurance company said, "Our insurance said there was no contact between..."
Well, no, they investigated it. And I have the pictures from the insurance company of both cars.
To see a picture of her wheel?
I would love to see the full report of your insurance company. I want to see if you said to them there was no contact with the car.
I have the pictures.
I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car. I want to see if you told the insurance company that there was no contact with her car.
I don't have a report from the insurance company.
Then I'm not interested. Can I see a bill to fix your car, please?
I do have a letter from the insurance company.
I don't read letters from insurance companies.
I have 2 estimates.
You have the final bill there, Kim.
Just a second. Just give me the 2 estimates, please. Not a good example, Miss Ramsdale.
And here's a picture of her wheel and the fact that the wheel is tainted.
Would you just do me a favor and give me an estimate? That's what I asked for. I didn't ask for all those documents. I asked you for the estimates.
I'm sorry.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $13.15. We're done. Mr. George, I'm going to speak to you. This is your stepdaughter.
Yes.
And this is your daughter?
Yes.
Your complaint alleges that there was an argument in your house.
Yes.
And that your stepdaughter and your daughter caused some damage to both the house and later to a car.
Yes.
Ms. Carroll says that this argument was precipitated by something that you did, that she really didn't cause any damages, all as a result of your bad behavior. So, Ms. Carroll, I'm going to start with you. Let me try to understand what this argument was about. On the 13th of May of this year, according to what I read in your mother and stepfather's petition, you came to your mother's home because some friends of yours had a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
And these people didn't have the wherewithal to take care of this baby.
Yes, the proper things.
So you came to the house to see if you could give the baby to your mother.
No, Your Honor, I didn't come to the house to see if I can give the baby to my mother. I asked her if it was possible to watch the baby because she did offer, so we came back.
That's not what I'm reading. So you wanted your mother to take care of the baby until you came back from where?
Just for the mother to have a break, just back to my house, just for the break.
For how long?
For a couple hours, that's what was discussed.
That's not what I'm getting from here. What I'm getting from here is that the fight was about you wanted your mother to take care of the baby for an extended period of time, and your mother said to you, well, I don't mind doing that, but we'd have to do it legally through the court. Well, legally through the court is not for a couple of hours babysitting. Legally through the court means you wanted to leave the baby with them.
Correct.
Well, then which one is it? Listen. If you tell the truth, you don't have to have a long memory. If you're going to make up stories, you're going to look very foolish and it's going to be very unpleasant. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Now, on the 13th of May of this year, you came and you asked your mother to do what?
To watch the child.
For how long?
For a long period of time.
Did you tell her why?
Because the parent didn't have anything for the baby at all, and I don't have anything at my house because I don't have any kids. And my mom has a 2-year-old, which is my youngest sister, so she has supplies and things for the baby that we do not have, I do not have.
Well, did these people live with you, the mother of this baby, the father of this baby? How do you know them?
I met her through another friend, and we're close friends.
I mean, is there something wrong with her?
She came asking for help to me because everyone turned her down for a specific reason, which I did not know that.
They turned her down for what reason?
I do not know the reason they turned her down, but that's my friend.
When you asked your mother if she would take this baby for an extended period of time, what did your mother say to you?
My mother says she will take the baby with proper documentation.
So she wanted to go through court.
Exactly.
And what did you say to her?
I said, okay, Ma, then we can do that, no problem. But the mother didn't have the stuff for the baby because she had a situation incident where she lost her apartment, she was homeless, and she did not have proper documentation because all the baby stuff and her stuff had gotten lost in the moving situation. That's what I was trying to explain to my mother.
What stuff? You mean like a birth certificate?
Birth certificate, social security card, and she did not have the money to replace anything else. She was messed up.
Listen, if this is your good friend, why didn't you say, come and stay with me?
I'm not in that situation right now, Your Honor.
What do you mean you're not in that situation? You have no kids. You said to me, I have no kids. This is a good friend of mine.
Exactly.
And she was homeless. Why didn't you say, come move in with me?
Okay, so back in New York, I have a program apartment to the point where somebody else is paying my rent. So I'm not allowed to have people live with me while I'm in that program apartment. So therefore, my mom pays her own rent out of pocket. I don't pay out of pocket. I get help. So therefore...
You have children?
No children. I'm single.
Do you work?
No, I do not work. I receive disability.
In any event, at some point, the argument with your mother precipitated your stepfather, according to you, coming in to find out what this was all about.
Exactly.
Because mother said, I'm not doing this unless it's through the courts, so I have proper documentation. Your stepfather, according to you, came in and said, what are you trying to do? You want us to take this baby so that you and your friends could go out partying and having a good time? And then you and your stepfather got into a fight.
Yes, because he then came out the room and said to me, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And I said to him, I am not trying to take advantage of her. This conversation is between me and my mother.
No, it isn't.
Mind your business.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Because it's not
Is that your mother's husband?
Yes, that's her husband. That's
Then
not my
listen to
legal
me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want you to sound stupid, because what you just said to me is stupid. If you're having a conversation with your mother who lives with her husband, and you're asking your mother to take an infant into the house to take care of that infant, it has to do with her husband who lives there. He's not delivering a pizza. He lives there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
So what do you mean it has nothing to do with him? So you told him to butt out, it had nothing to do with you, it only has to do with my mother?
Yes.
You mean you think that when a baby cries in the middle of the night, only one set of ears hears that baby crying in the middle of the night? Or two sets of ears?
Two sets of ears.
Yeah, two sets of ears. Where you're not, because you're living in prepaid housing for single people without a baby.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. So he said, why are you trying to take advantage of your mother? And then what happened?
Then I started speaking back to him, telling him basically...
Not basically. You told him it was none of his business. It was between you and your mother.
Yes, I did tell him that, Your Honor.
Right. And then?
We started going to a verbal argument, like I told you.
Okay, so you were shouting at each
other,
and
saying
then,
disrespectful
and
things
then,
to each other.
And then?
And then Larry then came over, past my mom, because I guess I said something to him that hit the heart. He came over after me. The TV is sitting on the table. It's a flat screen, very fragile. It's sitting on the table. Larry pushes me into the TV. My elbow then hits the TV.
What?
My mom grabs him.
Okay, now let's stop right there. So that's how the TV got broken, according to you. How'd the TV get broken?
The TV got broken because Miss Valencia was very angry.
Don't tell me she was very angry.
Okay,
Just
the
tell
TV
me
got
what.
broke because she hit the TV.
How?
Like this. She punched it.
With her what?
With her fist. Like she shoved it like that.
Where was your husband?
Well, the way my apartment is, I was trying to get Valencia to leave because I asked my husband for permission about the child. And he said no, absolutely not, so that they could run the street. So as I was trying to get Valencia, my daughter, out because the verbal got really crazy, I was bringing her past and she said, Mike Larry, and she push the TV.
Okay, good. You have a bill for the TV?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
I also have photos of my TV as well.
No, just give me a bill for the TV. I want to see when you bought it and what you paid for it.
Okay, I purchased it out of Walmart. I did not know that I needed the actual receipt. I don't have the actual receipt.
Well,
I had bought it years ago.
How many years ago?
Maybe about a year and a half ago.
Now I'll see a picture of it. So after the TV got broken,
yes,
what happened next?
Me and my friend then left the house.
Oh, so you were there with your friend?
Yes, she was there.
With the baby?
Yes, the baby was there with her. We were all upstairs. We came upstairs because we was asking her if she can take the baby. It wouldn't be correct if the baby wasn't there.
It's not like you're pawning off a kitten, you know. This is not a kitten.
Your Honor, like I said, the
Or a
offer was
bird.
made, so we tried to take the offer. Why not?
Because it's not a parakeet, it's a child. Mr. Smith, how did you meet the plaintiff?
The plaintiff was a friend of a friend. Approximately 3 years ago, my cat needed babysitting, so I initiated her. I re-met her again a year ago.
And when you say you initiated something a year ago, tell me what it was that you initiated.
I had purchased a 100-year-old house, and I was conversing with my friends, and she was present about the problems I was having with fixing the house up. I'd hired an inspector, but he didn't do a good job. I needed plumbing, a roof, electrical. There was no foundation on my house.
Were you living there?
I was residing there, yes.
With all those things not being there, no foundation, no plumbing, nothing.
They were operational, but not totally functional.
Now we're going to get back how you came to her to help you with all these problems. Stop playing with the papers. There are more papers there than in the Supreme Court.
He's got a long history, Your Honor. Sorry.
This is going to be very short. Trust me.
I hired an agent to redo the roof, which I knew needed. She offered to do it. She said she was a contractor.
She offered to do the roof herself?
That's what she offered, with a crew of hers.
With a crew?
Correct. But she doesn't have a contractor's license, and she's been on disability since 1992. And I gave her a small portion of the job to put in a solar tube light in the roof.
Did you hire her to do the roof job?
Yeah, I did pay her, yes.
How much?
About $25,000.
To act as a GC, general contractor, getting crews to do things in the house.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge, Ms. Smith, that you were paid to do some GC work, general contracting work in his house?
No, I was not, Your Honor.
You were never paid?
I reimbursed employees that...
Don't try to double talk me. Were you ever paid by Mr. Smith for work that you or crews hired by you did on his house?
No, Your Honor. I helped him hire the people. He said he needed people, and he wanted me to oversee the workers for work on his house. I did not employ him myself. He did.
Just a second. I got it. I got it. I got her. I got it. I got her. How much do you get from disability a month?
I don't get disability.
You don't get any kind of disability. Be very careful. You don't get any kind of disability.
I had disability. That's why I met Mr. Smith.
Just a second. I asked you a question. What year did you start to collect disability?
I was injured at one time in 1992.
1992.
Mm-hmm.
In what year, which is even more interesting, did you stop collecting disability?
2015.
So, according to you, until shortly before you started to do work for him, you were collecting disability.
I did not work.
Now tell me why your disability benefits were cut off last year.
That has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, it has everything to do with this case. It has everything to do with your last answer. Because when I ask you, well, you paid money to GC, and you start dancing around because if you were paid $25,000 to GC a project, even though you paid other people, then you committed fraud on the federal government. They're going to come looking for you. It has everything to do with this case. You want to tell me why your disability was stopped, if it was?
It had nothing to do with my case with him.
Really? Your case is dismissed. You may be hustling for a long time, Ms. Smith, but you don't hustle me. You don't hustle me. You don't answer my questions, your case is dismissed. Now, according to you, you let her stay in the house while she was doing some GC work on the house. She of course said in her now dismissed claim that she was a renter and you illegally evicted her and therefore she wants $5,000. That's what her case was about, that I've just disposed of. Now we're going to get to your counterclaim. The counterclaim says that she proceeded to, after her keys were taken away, to engage in a course of conduct that was harassment. And at one point, she broke into your house and assaulted you. You want to tell me about it?
I allowed her to stay in the room as a guest. She lived 40 miles away. I was trying to help her. She had lack of assets. And she disappeared for 3 weeks, and there was a foul order coming from the room.
When was this? Give me the month.
November.
Okay.
I entered the room. I found stolen property of mine, an old flight suit, camera lenses, dog tags, 7 pairs of scissors. It was a total mess. I decided at this point in time that she had been gone for 3 weeks with no communication. Perhaps it was time I changed the locks. She arrives home. She doesn't even try the locks. She climbs under the house where the foundation wasn't yet, into the basement, into the kitchen, upstairs, pummeled me, grabbed my laptop, and ran away.
Did you call the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a police report?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'll provide you with all the police.
No, don't give me everything. Just give me the first police report when she came in and came into the house. When was the last time you had any contact with her?
In court approximately 3 weeks ago.
What court?
She had filed another motion to dismiss my protection order. She showed up late beyond the roll call and argued with the judge that she was there, and when she wasn't.
You filed for protective order. Was it finally granted?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long do you have the protective order for?
A year starting March of this year.
And that's to keep her away from your house?
And no contact me.
And no Would you put the papers down? Is there any reason whatsoever that you would want to have any contact whatsoever with Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a protection order against Mr. Smith in December of 2015.
Was it granted?
Yes, it was.
For how long?
For 30 days, and I came down
Just
with
a
ocular
second.
migraines and could not make the hearing.
I don't care. It was dismissed. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, just like his
Fine.
order, because it was default.
Just
I was not able to make it.
He has an order of protection against you. That means he can't come near you, which he has not. There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you.
Actually, I've got phone calls, Your Honor.
There's no question in my mind that he has not come near you. So what part of put the papers down don't you get? You have no reason to look at papers. I've dismissed your claim. I'm merely addressing the countersuit.
Well, I have evidence for the countersuit, Your Honor.
You do?
Yes, I do.
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when you found that the locks were changed.
I was not informed the locks were changed, Your Honor. I have...
I want you to tell me how you got into the house in November when the locks were changed.
That day earlier, the day before, when I was driving there, or actually from 3 days before, Mr. Smith was locked out of the house. He called and he wanted me to come home because he wanted me to let him in the house because he had lost his key.
Yes.
And then he had told me that he had crawled under the house. Well, when I came back in town, I was only gone for 3 days. And I have text messages and his employees that worked under me, the day before, he had taken my purse. Mr. Stevens had my purse and had sent it over to Marshall's house, which was my house, because I'd left it in Cooley Dam with him, and he had sent it.
Mr. Smith, when was the last contact you had with her?
Approximately 3 weeks ago.
And that was
at the hearing.
Okay, so this is really what you...
Yes, ma'am.
Pay careful attention. This is really what you have to do. You have to tell your lawyer that at some point, your lawyer has to move before the court not to allow her, without a judge okaying it first, to file a petition against you, to reinstate her protective order, to vitiate your protective order. Sometimes when people file serial orders and there's something wrong with them, judges will do that. They will say, before a clerk can file anything, it needs a judge's counter-signature. Do you understand? What does that mean?
I would like to make one short comment.
Yes.
The judge at the last hearing stated she's a vexed litigant.
I mean, those are nice words. If they were said, that doesn't mean an order.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
By a judge that says, before you may file another proceeding against Marshall Smith, you must get judicial approval to do that, which means the judge has to look at the allegations, look at the history of the case, and say, not again on my watch. Do you understand? Your counterclaim is dismissed. You have an attorney. Your claim is for sure dismissed. We're done. Mr. Pritchard, you know the defendant because he is the brother-in-law of this young lady who is either your girlfriend or your fiance, that's how you refer to her.
That's correct, yes.
And you have an order of protection against him because he beat you up.
Correct, yeah.
He assaulted, there's no such thing as, he assaulted you.
Yes.
And I know that Mr. Abrahamson, I know
Yes,
that
ma'am.
you assaulted him.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And you say you assaulted him because he's a stoner, which I assume you mean he uses drugs.
No, Your Honor,
What does that mean?
Well, he has
You
been...
say he's a stoner who took your sister-in-law, that's this young lady,
Yes, ma'am.
down a bad path.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you called him a stoner.
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that mean?
Well, he smokes a lot of weed. He
That's what I
does a
thought,
lot of
drugs.
drugs. Yes, ma'am.
And is that the reason you beat him up?
No, ma'am.
What'd you beat him up for?
No, ma'am. September 14th, 2015, I had a camera set up in my computer room. I have a couple slot machines. Money has been stolen previously from me. So I had that set up, and at the time, it was 8:25. The camera was turned over, slot machine was broken into, money was gone. I came home that day, looked in the slot machine, money was gone. I'm like, what's going on here?
Well, did they live with you?
No, they had to come to my house to get food at their mom and dad's house. Their dad was in the hospital, so the mom wasn't there. So we had bought them food so they could bring back to the house.
Were they living together?
I am not sure.
You don't know?
No, ma'am.
Are you sick?
I was crying.
What'd you beat him up for?
19.
My question to you is, are you sick? Now.
No.
What's your first name?
Molly.
Take a breath. Is that your sister? Did you used to live with her?
No.
Did you ever live with her, Molly?
No.
Who do you live with now?
I live with Josh.
Do you work?
No. I'm in school.
What school do you go to?
Minnesota Virtual High School in Minneapolis.
Do you go to school every day?
Yeah, it's online.
So you're an online. You don't
Yes.
leave the house.
No.
But you don't go to school.
No.
And what does Josh do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Whose house do you live in?
An older lady, she's a friend of hers, like grandma, we're living with at the moment.
How long have you been living there?
Oh, 6 months, 5-6 months.
Do you get any money for going to school online?
No.
Do you have to pay any money to do that?
No.
How do you support yourself, Molly?
Food stamps, EBT, from the county.
And how does Josh support himself?
He is doing Social Security right now, disability for his back.
For his what?
He's trying to get accepted for disability for his back.
What's wrong with
Social
his back?
Security. He has, I'm not sure. He would have to explain it.
What's wrong with your back?
I have a congenital fusion, Your Honor, something I was born with, a birth defect. Causes a lot of pain. I'm currently on a 10-pound weight restriction ordered by a neurosurgeon.
Well, there are a lot of jobs you can do without having to lift up 10 pounds.
Not in the county that we live in, Your Honor. There's not much to go on, and the only job that I had going for me was the casino, and thanks to Mr. Abrahamson, I can't work there.
Molly, do you think you're doing well with Josh?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You think that that's the right trajectory for your life?
Yes.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sit down. Do you see your sister at all?
No.
Because of him?
I'm sorry?
Because of him?
Because of Matthew.
So let's get back to the slot machine that was broken into.
Sure.
And I assume that what you're going to tell me is that it was your belief that
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
plaintiff
Yes, Your
stole
Honor.
your money.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me how you came to that conclusion.
My son, he had to come home from school to get a picture for him. They had pictures that day. And he witnessed the car pull in at, what time was it? Do you want to?
Stand up.
The
Tell me
time-
your name.
Aiden Owen.
Tell me about the day that the slot machine got broken into in the house. The money was taken.
I went to school that morning and I,
Where was your dad?
at work.
And your mom?
At work.
And how old are you?
I went inside the house, climbed through the kitchen window because I didn't know that the key was inside the garage. And then I got the picture for him, walked down the street. Well, I locked the door.
So you went out the door?
Yes.
And you locked the door behind you?
Yes. And then I locked it and went back and I started walking down the road and I seen a Chevy Impala go by me that they used to drive. And obviously it was them. And I went
Did you see who was in the car?
No.
Now, is this a well-traveled road?
Yeah.
How many times have you seen that car before?
Probably every 2 months that I went to my grandma's.
You said something about your grandma.
Oh, I used to go to my grandma's every 2.
And that's where you saw whose truck was it?
car. It was theirs, but they were borrowing it.
From your grandmother?
No.
From whom?
I have no idea. All I remember is they're borrowing it from a friend.
What color? Chevy Impala, wasn't a truck.
I think it was a silver grayish.
How far from your house was it?
Probably a block or two away.
So you continued to go to school?
Yeah.
And it was based on that you assumed that he was the one who broke into the house?
Well, not broke in. No, we left them the food, so they had permission to be in the house, just not grab the money.
Oh, okay. So how did they get into the house?
Key. We gave them the key. Or they had the key was at my house, so then they could get in because we were at work.
Okay, so you had prepared food for them?
Correct. Yes, ma'am. On the kitchen table.
Was the food gone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
So the food was gone?
Food was gone.
As well as the cash?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me about the assault.
The assault.
Assault is finished with, which
Correct.
so I can...
Correct.
Go ahead.
Yep. So we got home. Well, when I got home, I looked in the slot machine, looked for everything. Money's gone. I called Tasha to see maybe she had grabbed it. I asked the kids, maybe they grabbed it. Nope. Tasha comes home. That's why I have the video right here. For coming home, we're looking. We called those guys. We called the plaintiffs. Said we'll be over at 7. We just got a voicemail. We'll be over at 7 to get our money. We want our money back. We go over there. Molly's sleeping. Josh wasn't. We didn't see him. So we went inside. Molly, where's Josh? She wakes up. What's going on? What's going on? And we know you took the money. We want our money. We were pretty not happy at the time. So we get it out of her. Oh, it's all my idea. We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
Molly said.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly said it was all my idea.
We took the money. All right, where's Josh?
And your wife was with you?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's what your sister said?
Correct.
It was my idea. Okay.
And then we found out Josh was in the bathroom. I broke in, and that's when the assault occurred. It was all done, went home.
Did you get your money?
No, ma'am. From what? He doesn't have a job. I can't get anything.
Well, what'd they do with the money?
We still had the money, Your Honor. We did offer it back to him. He wasn't concerned with that, though.
No.
How much money did you take?
$40, ma'am. And
Why'd you take the money?
I didn't take it.
Molly did?
Yes.
Did she tell you why she took the money?
There was a miscommunication between her and her mother. Her mother did say that there was going to be $40 for us to help us get through. She was planning on being gone for a while down at the hospital with her dad in recovery. There was a miscommunication. I didn't know exactly what the whole deal was, but from what I gathered out of it, I guess we were supposed to grab it out of a bank account, but she had thought that it was supposed to be given to us from there.
Okay, so that's when the assault took place.
Yes,
You pled guilty to something, and as a result of that, he got an order of protection.
Yes.
And this is what this case is about. Is your claim, Mr. Pritchard, that Mr.
Abrahamson.
Abrahamson, no, I can't say that. Mr. Abrahamson continues to violate the order of protection.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Pritchard, you've known this family for a long time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice to go to the casino before you got the job there? Think before you answer the question, otherwise I bring Molly up, and Molly's not going to be happy if I bring her up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Abrahamson's practice? Some people like the casino, and some people don't go to the casino regularly. So you know them for a long time.
Yes.
And you're not a regular worker bee. So did you know that it was his practice to go to the casino for entertainment?
Yes, Your Honor. I had worked there before.
Okay. And how frequently did he go to the casino before?
Before? From
Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week?
maybe twice a month.
On the weekends?
Yes.
And would you see him there?
Yes.
Where would you see him?
On the floor at a slot machine.
Did he go with his wife?
On occasion, yes. A lot of times he
Sometimes?
was there on his own, yeah.
And sometimes on his own?
Yes.
And when did this assault take place? Give me the
September
date.
14th
Of last year.
2015.
And when did you start to work at the casino?
March of 2016.
So you started to work at the casino knowing that he went there twice a month, either alone or with his wife.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right. So it was not surprising to you to find him at the casino because you knew that he was a regular at the casino.
That's correct.
Great. Now you have a video to show me, I assume. There's something there to show me how you believe he harassed you. By the way, when did you leave the casino? When did you leave that job?
At the end of May, Your Honor.
Of 2000?
2016. Yeah.
So you had that, listen to me.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
So you had that job for less than 8 weeks.
Yes.
Prior to that, where did you work?
Before that, I was working for Dairy Queen, I believe.
What do you mean you believe? Were you working for Dairy Queen or were you not working
Yes,
for Dairy
I was.
Queen? A cone and a little ice cream doesn't weigh more than 10 pounds. What happened to that job? I assume there's one Dairy Queen in your neighborhood?
Yes.
So it's very easy to find out? Tell me what happened to that job and when.
I had left that job, Your Honor. We had new management.
You had new management, so what did new management have to do with you?
We weren't getting along.
You weren't getting along with the new team.
Right.
And from when to when did you work for Dairy Queen?
October 30th, I believe, is when I started. And January 5th, maybe, was when
So you worked there also for less than 8 weeks?
Yeah.
And that was January of 2016.
Correct.
And then you were unemployed for 2 months. And then you got a job and had that job for another 8 weeks. Now, prior to working for Dairy Queen, who did you work for?
I believe I was unemployed for a little while, Your Honor.
What's a little while? From September of 2015, when this assault took place, to May of 2016, did you work more than 16 weeks? 8 weeks or less for Dairy Queen and 8 weeks or less at the casino?
No.
Did you work for anybody else?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Okay. Little store, Your Honor. Little store? Gas station?
From when to when did you work at the little store?
From May of 2015 until September when the assault took place, Your Honor.
Okay. May, June, July, August. So that you worked the gas station for 4 months.
Yes.
In 2015.
Correct.
From September 2015 until May of 2016, am I correct that you held 2 jobs, both for a series of weeks, one for Dairy Queen and one at the casino?
Correct.
What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was in recovery for a little while after the assault. A lot of the times I was scared to leave my house. That was one of the big reasons why I didn't have any jobs. I've also been going through this disability, Your Honor.
Well, then my question to you, and then we're going to look at your video. Then my question to you, Mr. Pritchard, is if you were scared to go out of the house,
yes,
what did you take a job for at a casino where you knew the defendant frequented? Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there?
I was assistant manager.
You were selling a car.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payment start immediately in September or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
Then you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December?
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made, up to January 19th, had made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you
one
were paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made one payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month.
That's-
so $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made one payment in
That
October.
is correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
One payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out.
Okay.
You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made
make
one payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you.
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
all my
the money.
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Shh.
There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep.
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things.
Sorry, Miss Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
Yet,
she also
you didn't
wasn't
make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No.
payments.
You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No, I
thing.
didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that...
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday. Because of the fact...
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me what anybody said to you.
I'm just...
You had the car, while she was at work, you had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out, she looks for her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there is one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with the insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had no.
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
you acknowledge you made no payments in December and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made one payment. You asked me if I made two. And I do have proof. I mean, and it's.
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture. Can
You're
I
talking about
right there?
here? And
here's the.
You're talking about here?
Yeah.
Of insurance payments. I've been paying insurance.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out it. He pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me. And I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What, it looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident.
No.
It looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or a
someone
ball,
took a foot.
or a ball, right?
Something.
Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No.
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Ms. Tickle, you boarded a horse at the defendant's facility, and you claimed the horse was injured while at that facility.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in addition, that when you tried to get the horse from the facility, the defendant sort of held the horse ransom because she claimed that you owed her money.
Yes.
And I read her answer, and her answer is clear. She said that the horse was, in fact, injured at her facility, correct?
Yes.
And that she immediately called your vet, correct?
Yes.
And that your vet said that in order for your vet to come out to look at the horse, she would have to pay a past due bill of yours in addition to that visit that the vet would make. So what's the name of your vet?
It's one of my vets. It's Dr.
The vet that you called.
Dr. Purdue, who's the person she indicated on the boarding agreement as her vet of record.
Fine. On what date was the horse injured?
September 7th.
Okay. Now, on September 7th, did you owe Dr. Purdue money? That's very easy. I can make a call.
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you owe Dr. Purdue?
$280.
How long did you owe Dr. Purdue the $280?
It was 6 months or so, 9 months.
Why didn't you pay the doctor their bill?
I had sold my house and had moved.
Well,
and
okay. You didn't pay the bill. Okay, so
Right.
she's absolutely correct. Called the doctor. The doctor said she owes me money. I'm not coming out to see this horse unless you pay what she owes me plus the visit.
Which was $900, not $250.
Not $280.
Not $280. It was $900. That's what they told me. And it was a year in arrears.
Now, on September 7th, did Miss Tickle owe you any money for boarding the horse?
Yes, she had not paid September's board, which was due on the 1st.
Did she pay August's bill?
She did, but I think it was late.
But she paid August's bill, so by September 7th, she really wasn't that much delayed.
Not too late, no. But she had disappeared and the horse was supposed to be picked up on September 1st, and I hadn't heard from her and couldn't reach her.
Just a second. When you say the horse was supposed to be picked up, what does that mean?
She advised me sometime in July that the horse was going to be picked up on September 1st. But I never heard from her. She never showed up. Nothing happened. She never called, text, nothing, zero. I thought the horse had been abandoned.
Okay. Now, On September 1st, had you made an arrangement, because I read your complaint, to transfer the horse to another facility that was closer? That's what you say, so be careful your answer.
Right. The date, though, is incorrect. It was an oral statement that
I don't care if it's oral or not. Did you tell her that you were going to be picking up the horse on September 1st because, according to you, you were looking for another facility that was much closer to me? Because you told her that.
I said I need to find the right facility. My horse has known allergies, which she gets hives, Your Honor, that are all over her body, and it's a health problem. The hives break open. She's not able to lay down. They get.
So why didn't you pay your vet?
I paid my vet when I got the bill. There was a problem with my getting mail to my new address. So
when did you move?
I moved in August, put everything in storage. In September, I moved.
Well, this bill was due in December,
Right,
according
this
to
was
you.
in
So you would have
December.
gotten it January, February, March, April, May. You would have gotten the bill.
Right, Your Honor.
Okay.
Usually, I was present when the vet would come out. This is the first time a vet has ever seen my horse. I've owned her 10 years without me being present.
Ms. Tickle, let's go. How much did you pay the defendant when you went to pick up the horse?
When I went to pick up the horse
Yes, in September.
When I actually picked her up in September.
How much did you pay her? Well, let me go back.
Okay.
Ms. Joint, how much was her monthly boarding fee?
$325.
So she owed you that in September?
She owed me that, yes.
Okay. Now, do you know how the horse was injured? It had a large hole in its chest.
I have no idea how the horse was injured. No one was there, no one saw it. It's impossible to know. Horses unfortunately injure themselves quite regularly in their paddocks, and you don't know necessarily how they did it.
I'd like to see what you wrote up about the horse's injury.
What I wrote about
You have a log, I assume, that you keep with regard to the horses that you board.
I don't board horses regularly. This was a one-off situation. She was a companion horse for my horse because another horse went away, so they didn't like being alone. But it's not a regular thing. It's kind of like a roommate situation.
Do you have a contract?
Yes.
I'd like to look at it.
Okay.
I met the defendant because she advertised a stall for rent, boarding stalls in Craigslist.
How long did you keep your horse there?
From January 13th, 2014 until
So it was there for a very long time, and
Yes.
clearly you were satisfied.
Yes.
Otherwise, you would have moved it.
Right. Everything was fine up until I got hurt.
This is your contract. And this says that if the horse becomes injured, which the horse clearly was, that it's your responsibility to first try to contact the boarder.
Which I did desperately.
Just a second. That's fine. And the second thing that you do is, if you can't contact her, she gives you permission to contact her vet.
Correct.
Which you did.
Correct.
If the boarder's veterinarian is unavailable, the boarder authorizes the stable to call its veterinarian in an emergency, and that the boarder will be fully responsible for all veterinary charges so incurred. So you really had the responsibility to call a vet, but it's her responsibility to pay.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
Correct. So the part of your request for vet bills, she's not responsible for those pursuant to this contract. You are.
Right, Your Honor, but her boarding contract, she doesn't have a home occupational permit to run a boarding stable in Simi Valley, and that's required to...
Hey, you kept the horse there for 9 months.
Right.
When did you have this epiphany that she wasn't allowed to do what she was doing? When did you have this epiphany? When you had a problem? What I'm telling you is you have a contract, and your contract says that you pay the vet bill. Right now, you owe her $325 because your horse was there in the month of September. Has this happened? You paid it?
Yes, I did.
Great. How much did you pay her?
I paid $325. I sent it to her through bill pay.
Is that correct?
It was cancelled. I have an email from my bank saying it was cancelled.
I canceled it, Your Honor, after...
So you owe her $325?
No, I paid that... She gave me a billing, Your Honor, when I came. She never
Pick up the horse. She said to you, you're not getting the horse unless you give me so much money.
Right, and she added on erroneous charges and add-ons.
How much money did you give her?
I gave her $1,584.
Okay, now we come back to you. What is $1,584 for?
I have a line item billing of everything that I did for the horse, being that I had understood the horse was abandoned for the last 2 months.
Well, I don't care what you understand, actually. I don't care what you understand. 7 days is not abandoned.
She'd not been to see that horse for months.
That's not true.
That's actually impossible because she told me that a month prior or 2 months prior, she had a conversation with you that she was moving the horse.
I believe it was a text exchange.
I don't care if it was text or by smoke signals.
She had not been to the facility to see her horse.
Listen to me. It doesn't matter. So far, she owes you $325 for boarding for the month of September.
I'd be happy to show you the billing with the receipts that I have.
She paid you in August.
I apologize, it's complicated because we had
Just a second. No way. No way. So baloney. Take it back. She owes you $325 because the horse hadn't been there the whole month of September. According to this, twice a month.
She also paid hay in addition to the bull.
I understand that.
And I fed her horse and I gave it medical care, which it was essential, or the horse could have got an infection and been very sick.
Let me tell you what you were required to do pursuant to your contract. You were required to get a vet.
I did. I called the vet and
No, I read your answer.
I spoke to the vet.
I read your answer.
And he gave me his recommendation.
I read your answer. You don't get paid for that. You personally, unless you paid it, just a second. Listen to me.
It's left at my property.
Listen
that's
to me
abandoned.
carefully. Unless the vet sent you a bill, you don't get paid for that.
How do you?
Did the vet send you the bill for the? I'm speaking. Just answer the question. Did the vet send you a bill for the conversation that you had with the vet to tell you how to fix the injury, this large gaping hole in the horse's chest that happened while it was under your care?
No.
Did the vet tell? The answer is no.
He gave me free
so
advice because he
1584
knew
less
I thought it was
325,
abandoned.
which is actually what she owed you, which she didn't pay, which is $162. So far, $1,261. Then you do have to feed your horse.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. So how much does it cost for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
It was $100 a month average for 6 bales of hay. That's what my size horse consumes.
Over the 9-month period, what did you pay?
I paid
for
on
food?
average of $120 a month.
Well, now it's from 100 to 120. Why don't we think again? How much did you pay for the horse's food for the 9 months that the horse was there?
$120 a month was for the hay.
Fine, less 120.
No, I paid that though. I paid that. She would give me.
In
She would
September?
tell me the amount.
Just a second. In September?
That's in her billing.
Just a second. What
That's
billing?
in her billing that she gave to me.
Oh, I'm deducting certain figures. I'm deducting from what you gave her, $1,584. I'm deducting what you owe her,
Right.
$325 for the boarding for the month of September.
Right.
You owe her $120 for food. I'm deducting that from the money that you gave her. This is your lawsuit.
$60, Your Honor, because it would have been half the month.
So far, $1,141 is what you're entitled to back from what she gave you, because you're not getting paid for the vet, for you acting like a vet on a horse that was injured on your watch. Food and her monthly boarding for September. What else does she owe you?
Grain, because I had to start feeding the horse because it was losing weight. It was in
Grain.
stress.
Just a second. In the 9 months that you had the horse there, other than September, did you ever feed the horse and bill her for grain? The answer is either yes.
She brought the grain up until around July timeframe. June, July, I started feeding the horse because she was no longer bringing food for it.
Just a second. I'm giving you hay. That's in your deal. And I gave you for the whole month, not just half of it. What I asked you was, had you ever previously billed her for grain?
Before July, no, because she bought her
Okay,
own.
$1,141. What else?
The medical care. I flushed that wound 3 times a day.
$1,141. That's what you're entitled to, not $4,803. $1,141. That takes off the food for the horse and the $325 that you owe her.
Okay.
It actually says in my contract that I'm entitled to bill for medical care I provide the horse if I have to.
No. Now, it says that you are required to provide veterinary care.
I gave the
by
horse
a
veterinary care under veterinary advice.
Are you a licensed veterinary
No,
doctor?
but my witness is a vet tech, and I went under her advice and the doctor's advice
Good.
on how
You don't
to
get
treat the
paid for
wound.
that. $1,141. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
If it were her horse and the tables were turned, I would have called another vet and another vet and another vet.
She didn't contact me for a week after the horse was injured.
Until I had that horse, the gapping wound.
I texted her, I called her, I emailed her.
Sealed up and cleaned up.
I went way above and beyond.
I learned a lesson. I will never board at a private backyard facility.
Take care of your animals and go visit them when you're supposed to.
And certainly not through one I find on Craigslist.
Ms. Pickrell, you rented a room in an apartment that was either owned or rented by the defendants. And it is your claim that it didn't work out, but it didn't work out in a sort of uncross your arms. it didn't work out in an almost unseemly way, and you were told to leave the apartment. You had already paid your rent for the month of May. Were the authorities called?
Yes, the authorities were called on the 23rd until
of May
until the 27th of May. Every day until I was forced out of the residence.
Okay. And what you want is you want your rent back because you had already paid June's rent?
Yes, correct.
And what was the rent they were charging you for the room?
$650 for the room.
When had you moved in? In what month?
I moved in March 1st, 2015.
So March was okay?
Yes, March was fine.
And then you moved your boyfriend in?
Yes, he is staying there.
But with their permission, they charged him an extra $100 a month for increased utilities.
Yes.
When did you move your boyfriend in?
He moved in towards the middle of March. And
then they accepted your rent for April?
Yes.
Is it correct that you accepted her rent for April?
Yes.
That's either a yes or a no.
No.
He says yes, you say no. You want to discuss it with each other?
Because she has the dates wrong. She moved in April, not March.
Could you please answer my question? Did she pay April's rent?
Yes.
Yes, she paid the first rent.
Did you?
That's the month she moved in.
I'm only going to listen to one of you.
Okay.
Who's going to tell me the truth? Figure it out.
Lorna, if you're getting the dates wrong, you can say yes.
She paid April's rent, which you accepted, $650.
Yes.
And she paid May's rent,
Yes.
$650.
Yes.
And did she pay April's rent by check or cash?
Check.
And did she pay May's rent by check or cash?
Check.
Check. And did she pay June's rent?
No.
You have check to show me for June?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
It was not a rent for the month. It was a deposit, security deposit. I clearly explained that to her from the beginning.
I don't care what you explained. I want to see the check.
Okay.
I have all three right here, Your Honor.
May I see them, please?
This does state that it was last month I gave it.
Can I just see what you have? Perfect. Well, April 3rd, you have $500 for rent, okay? Then it went up to $650. Is that because the boyfriend moved in?
That's because I gave her the $150 in cash. I only have the check for the $500 for the last month.
Okay. So you have March 31st, and March 31st was for
April.
April?
Yes.
And then I have April 3rd. Why would you pay her March 31st and then April 3rd?
That was a security deposit.
I'm sorry.
It's because she wanted an additional $650 for her last month's rent in case anything was to come up, and that's that check.
Or for security. Doesn't
Yes.
make any difference. Perfect. And then I have on May 1st, but what I don't have is June. Where is June?
June is right.
You could either have June or you can have this as security deposit. Which was it? It can't be June.
Security deposit was not $650. She added $150, and that's what I did give her in cash. That's
fine.
rent.
But so you did not pay June's rent?
I did, and I wrote last month's. In the memo, I wrote last month.
Either you paid security or you paid last month's rent.
I paid last month's rent.
Okay, fine. You paid last month's rent when you first moved in. Is that what you're telling me? Is that how you evaluated it? That you paid last month's rent when you first moved in? You paid no security deposit?
I paid last month's rent in the middle, and that was April 3rd, because she wanted to bring that up in the middle.
You can't have it both ways. Either you paid last month's rent or you paid security deposit. Which one was it?
Last month's rent.
Fine. So there's no security deposit. Now, and you moved out in May. So you want your 1 month's rent back, which is $650.
Correct.
There's a claim here for filing a false restraining order against you. Is that correct?
Yes.
But you all went to mediation with regard to that. Am I also correct?
Yes.
And you resolved that case with a mediator. Is that also correct?
Yes.
So I'm not entertaining that unless they filed another restraining order against you. Did they?
No.
So that case is resolved. The next part of the case that I'm going to entertain is your property. Now, when you moved in, what property did you move in with?
I moved in a queen-size bed.
Okay. Where is her bed?
Moved everything out.
She took it with her.
She took it with her.
everything with her.
How did she take it with her?
She was moving out for 2 days.
She had 2 days. She took
That's
2
not
days to
correct,
move all
Your
her
Honor.
stuff out.
He helped her.
I even helped her.
I I have a video of them forcing me out, Your Honor, if I could play it.
Yeah, after her sister barged in her apartment.
Absolutely, I would like to see
And
it.
broke everything and beat him up.
Just a second. Listen to me. I don't see a counterclaim here. I'm going to look at the video. He says he helped her move. Just a second. Tell me on what date this video was taken.
This was May 27th, and this was around 8:30 p.m.
On what date do you claim you helped her move her stuff out? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. On what date do you claim you move her things out? What date?
I don't remember exactly.
I want you to remember exactly. We're not talking about something that happened 20 years ago. On what date did you help her move her things out?
It was a year ago.
Last year. It was.
Remember the day of the week, Marty. Remember the day of the week. Remember what happened exactly.
It was a Tuesday.
Okay, let's see.
Your Honor, I do have a receipt here. The police advised me to purchase a new doorknob with a lock.
Don't tell me what the police advised you. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, shortly after that you moved out. Did you move out that day?
That night, I was physically forced out.
Okay. Did you ever go back to the apartment?
I went back on May 29th with a police escort to retrieve my belongings, and they served me with a temporary restraining order and said the room was empty.
Okay, fine. Very good. Uncross your arms.
I'm not feeling good.
Okay, then you can sit down. On what day were you served a protective order?
It was like the following day after she left.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her on the 20th?
Yeah, she came. Sorry.
Do you remember the police coming back to your house with her?
Yes.
Do you remember the police going through the apartment and her room?
Yeah, they went in.
Easy to verify with the precinct. Was it before the police came or after the police left or while they were there that you helped her move out her bed? Look at me.
It was before.
It was before. So
Yeah,
it was,
it was 2 days.
So it was between the 27th when that scuffle went on and she left the apartment and the 29th. So it had to be the 28th.
Yes.
It had to be the 28th that you say you were helpful with her and helped her move her property out. I just want to understand that that's what you're telling me. It's a good thing she sat down.
Yeah.
She would have been falling down. You see, if she was standing up next to you, then maybe you would have some support. So let me see what you want me to believe. You want me to believe that you had this sort of scuffle with her, that you filed a protective order against her because of this, so that she could not come back to the residence. But the next day, she came back to the residence on the 28th.
No, I'm sorry.
No. Sit. No.
You have
Sit.
not let us
Did you hear what I said? I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3.
No, I'm sorry, but you're not letting us talk. This is not even what happened. You got all the You have all the dates wrong, everything wrong.
Out. You want to sit down and be quiet?
Okay, believe whatever you want.
Perfect. Now, your answer. I'm not even dealing with her complaint. Your answer talks about all the dates, those 27th, 28th. So you want me to believe that after this kerfuffle, which occurred on the 27th of May, and the police came back on the 29th, I assume that you have a report that they went with you?
Yes.
May I see it? That in between those 2 days, you, being the nice guy that you are, helped her move her furniture out of the room. That's what you want me to believe?
Yes, I helped her move her stuff. I never threw any of her stuff away.
You may not have. Now, Mr. Torres, whether the $650 was the last month's rent, which was June, or security deposit, you do not have a counterclaim, which means that there is no claim made by you that there was any damage caused by her to the house, to the apartment.
Yeah, we do. We got the evidence right here.
Just a second.
We got all the pictures.
Just a second. Hand down. I don't have a counterclaim, sir. I don't care what you have there. There is no counterclaim here for damage.
Well, what is a counterclaim?
We just wanted her out. We didn't want nothing to do with her.
We don't ever see her again.
We just wanted her out,
please.
Sure. Can I just ask for 5 minutes?
Put her out.
2 minutes.
Put her out.
I want to say.
Put her out.
Explain her
Put her
story
out.
for 2 minutes because I feel like you're
Out.
manipulating.
Out.
You're manipulating
Out.
the situation
Miss.
with your questions.
Miss. Out.
Come this way.
This is ridiculous.
have no counterclaim for any damage, which you would have had to have served her to say she's not due back the $650, which we're claiming a security deposit because she caused damage to her room that we are going to be responsible for. You did not file that against her. Therefore, she's entitled to her rent/security deposit back because she lived there a certain amount of months.
She never
And
signed anything though. We had a verbal agreement where she had a cat that she didn't even have a pet deposit for.
Mr. Torres, listen to me carefully, sir. Counterclaim.
We've taken it out of her security.
You did not take it out of her security deposit because no court said you could take it out of her security deposit. That's what we're here for. And since you didn't file a counterclaim, she's entitled to her $650 back. Now the only thing that I have to determine is whether I believe she got all of her property back.
Your Honor.
What?
I do have a receipt that shows at 3:22 on May 27th, I purchased a whole new doorknob and lock.
I
So
don't
locked
care.
my
I
property
told you
in.
before I don't care about the doorknob and lock. All I care about is the furniture. Now the question is, when you went to mediation on the protective order, did the mediator discuss your furniture?
No, they did not discuss my furniture. They said I should proceed with that in small claims court.
With regard to your furniture?
Yes, with my property.
Furniture. All I'm interested in is furniture.
Furniture, yes.
You left, your sister was there, there were certain things that were packed in her car. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I care. Your sister came over
Yes.
that night and packed things in her car, but she didn't
Right,
pack
yeah.
your bed in your car.
No.
Now, did you get your bed back?
No, I did not.
What other furniture didn't you get back?
It was my bed. I had this little desk, and also it wasn't furniture. The rest was just clothing and bathroom
Just the
belongings.
bed and the desk?
Yes.
Where'd you get the bed from?
I got the bed from a family friend. She gave me a bed, so I don't have a
And
receipt.
fine, and the desk?
A family friend, too.
Great. Okay, you owe us $650. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You had a sister. Your sister lived in California. You and your wife lived in Florida. Your sister became ill and she was diagnosed with cancer. You and your wife relocated from Florida. Are you retired?
No, not retired.
Did you get a new job in California?
My wife is a contractor, so we move around quite a bit.
So you came to California and you had another project
Correct.
in California. Okay. And how long was that project for?
It's ongoing still.
So you moved to California because you had a new project.
Correct.
Okay, well, then this is sort of misleading, Mr. Riley. I'll get to the whole thing. This is probably going to be more interesting than I even thought it was going to be. This is a situation. Your sister was sick in California. You came to California. You led me to believe in your complaint that you and your wife gave up your life in Florida to come to California to minister to your ill sister. That's what I get from. That's what I got from your complaint.
Very much
now
true.
it appears that you have a contracting job, and even though your sister is no longer with us, that contracting job is ongoing because that's what you and your wife do. So it was probably a combination of both things. In any event, you came to California with your wife for a job, which you're still doing, and you're still living in California.
Yes.
Still living in California,
Still in
even though your sister's not here anymore.
Correct.
Right.
We're from California originally.
It doesn't matter. I was just misled by the complaint. Maybe it was my own silly misreading
I'd
of
love
it.
to clarify if I could.
They saw
But
work here.
I didn't ask you a question.
Sorry. Sorry, Your Honor.
In any event, your sister was here. She came to live with you for a while. She was ill. She was getting treatment while you were in California. And you are her closest living relative.
Yes.
Closest biological living relative.
No. Physically close, yes. Biologically, we have 6 siblings.
Oh, but she didn't live with any of the other siblings.
No, she lived by herself until she lived with us.
She was a single lady,
Correct.
no children.
Never married, no kids.
And the defendant is her cousin.
Correct.
So you took care of her, drove her to her doctor's appointments, did whatever had to be done. Sister
For
passes.
months, I may add. For months.
Years. Months, years,
Just so you know.
whatever. For months. You did all of those things, and your sister unfortunately succumbed to cancer. She passed away, and when her will was read, to your surprise, you were not made beneficiary of any part of the estate. Her entire estate went to her cousin, Miss Wells, as the beneficiary, but your sister did a double whammy. She made you the trustee.
Correct.
Okay, and that, I assume, Mr. Riley, if you and I are being honest with each other, was both irritating to you and probably to your wife, who was very anxious to talk to me before.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Wasn't irritating.
It was irritating, but not for the reasons you say. It was not monetarily driven. I care for my sister.
I understand.
It was a surprise. It's all it was just
It was
a surprise.
It was a surprise. In any event, there was ongoing acrimony between you and Miss Wells. That is clear from both your complaint and her answer. But this is what your complaint is about, because it's the only thing that your complaint can be about. You ultimately turned over the trust to Miss Wells because you didn't want to be involved in it anymore.
No, not
There
true.
had been-
Not true. She didn't like the way I was handling the trust, and she
Right. She
stripped
didn't
me of my
like as
trustee duties.
beneficiary the way you were handling the trust. And she said in her mind you were dissipating the trust. And since she was the beneficiary of the trust and a together person, she said, I can take care of this myself and I'll spend the money differently.
With 3 different attorneys, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
6 months.
Doesn't matter.
That's me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Do you see? What you're doing now is demonstrating just how irritated you
I'm
still
sorry.
are.
I get emotional about my sister's death still. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't about your sister's death. This is about money.
Okay.
If you were emotional about your sister's death, then you would have said, you know, my sister died. She knew how she felt. It was her money. She felt, for whatever reason, either close to Miss Wells or she felt that Miss Wells needed the money more than you did, that you and your wife were doing okay. For whatever reason, it was her money. That's what she decided to do with it. So
Absolutely.
when people pass away, whether it be a parent or a grandparent or whatever, and you as a relative don't think that you're getting the appropriate love from the deceased by way of monetary reward, it's irritating. Happens all the time. And you're not unusual for that.
But that's
But this is what you're not unusual for that. But this is what your case is about.
It's not.
After
Sorry.
Miss Wells took over the trust and finally got into the condo that was very much in dispute, she found that there were certain things missing from the condo. And as a result of that, she notified the insurance company because evidently your sister had homeowners insurance. She found laptop missing. She found someone had purposely damaged a sleep member bed.
I really want to speak to that if you let me.
Just a second. No. Whatever it is, she found certain things missing in her mind. And she made a complaint to the insurance company, filed a claim with the insurance company, who did it, as they have to, an investigation before they pay out a complaint. And when you call the adjuster who is going to examine your complaint, what she did, and I assume she did make a police report.
Yes, indeed. Name me as culprit.
Okay. Can I see a copy of that police report?
No, because I don't have a copy. Do you have a copy?
I do have a copy.
May I see it?
You were denied a copy?
I was denied a copy because I was the culprit.
Put her out. She's annoying me. She doesn't learn. Not a free-for-all. It's an out.
Come on.
Oh, I beg
It's
your
an
pardon.
outie.
Pardon me. Thank you.
No, you can stay.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor.
Forgive me, Your Honor. It's very difficult to find, but I do have it. Here it is.
Give it to Officer Byrd, please.
May I ask what date that was filed?
Okay. So what she says in this Sheriff's Department report, have you seen it?
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says.
I appreciate that.
It says she inherited the apartment from her cousin who passed away. Prior to moving in, she says where she lived, and she had seen photos of the apartment, she the defendant, and its contents, and through email exchanges prior to her cousin's passing away. On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment.
Sorry, when?
She looked around on May 26, 2016.
Your Honor,
That's what
may I
it-
correct that? I didn't move
Just,
there. I was only
I'm reading,
walking.
listen to me, don't correct anything. I'm reading to him what the police report says.
Yes.
If it said something and it wasn't accurate, you should have corrected it at the time.
Oh, yes.
On May 26, 2016, Anna moved to the apartment. She looked around and inventoried the items in the apartment. She saw items were missing from the apartment that she had previously seen in photos. She believes another cousin of hers, Thomas Riley, who had access to the apartment prior to Anna's arrival, entered and damaged the mattress on the bed by cutting out a portion of it with an unknown object.
She's lying.
She also believes he took various other items from the apartment. She does not know for certain if Thomas took the items or damaged the mattress, but she stated she was in a battle with Thomas over being appointed trustee of her cousin's estate Anna did not desire prosecution and did not want Thomas contacted over the matter. She stated Thomas is emotionally unstable and did not want to aggravate him.
Right.
Anna wanted the matter documented for insurance purposes.
If I may.
Shh. You don't have to. I'm formulating a picture. Do you understand?
I understand.
And as very often happens in a legal landscape, the landscape is changing, Mr. Riley.
True.
And it's changing in your favor, sir. Okay. Now you got a windfall. You inherited this apartment and whatever money was left in the estate, if there was any. If it had happened to me, I wouldn't have looked at draperies, 2 sets, 92 inches, $650. Sleep number bed, king size, model 1, $6,000. Moen brand shower heads, $2,000. A Galaxy Pro Tab. Dishes, $350. Bissell Pro Heat Steam for the floor. White bleach cruiser bicycle. A purse for $1,000. How much in total did you get from the insurance company?
$16,000, Your Honor. I have
just a second. $16,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
None of which actually you paid for.
Correct. Yes.
All of which your cousin paid for.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. And the single most expensive item was a Sleep Number bed.
Correct.
And you gained access to the apartment in May of 2016. I said gained access to the apartment. That's what it says in the police report. It says Anna moved to the apartment.
Your Honor, was the first time I was ever at the apartment.
June?
June 24th.
June 24th. This is my problem with you. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting ready for the problem.
No, I can explain.
No, you can't. There is no way you can explain it to me. Because if I came in and I found all of those things missing and found the $6,000 bed destroyed, I would have made a police report that day.
Your Honor,
Just a second. I would have made a police report that day. You made a police report 2 months later and were very, very clear that you were making the police report for insurance purposes only. Made it very clear to the police.
Your Honor, I can explain the dates. I didn't understand that I had to make the report from that location. I left because I had appointments and I was working full-time.
How old are you?
Well, hate to say,
listen,
I'm old enough. I'm old enough.
Nothing that you can say to me, Zippo, that you can say to me after being involved with him for an extended period of time in a contentious situation, that if you walked into the apartment and you found somebody had taken a knife to a $6,000 bed, that you wouldn't have called the police right away. Right away.
I called my attorney. Actually, I was on the phone with my attorney, and she told me.
Don't tell me
take a
what she
picture.
told you. Listen to me. I'm not interested in what she told you. That's hearsay. There is no way that you would not have made a police report. Now, what is his case about? His case is about the following. As a result of you making this statement, and in order to clear his name with the insurance company, because the insurance company paid you.
Yes.
You wanted to collect from me.
That's why you hired the attorney. I understand. I said the landscape
Your
is
Honor.
changing. The landscape is changing. Do you understand?
I do. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, the insurance company told me to take my time in making the report.
Just a second. Just a second. Don't tell me what the insurance company told you. That's hearsay. Second,
Yes.
because I heard you, I don't believe you.
No, I had to
listen to me.
investigate
I
and
don't
get all
listen
of
to
the
me.
pictures.
I don't believe you. Let's be clear.
Okay.
I don't believe you. So you paid $800 for
to my
legal
attorney.
fees. You have a copy of the bill.
I do.
I'd like to take a look
Your
at
Honor,
it.
I have pictures to show the
Speak not.
condo.
Speak not. Police report. The day you found it. Not interested in your pictures. Not interested in your request for $2,000 more
When I
for
called
the
the
deductible.
department.
Not interested.
Okay.
Did you sell the condo?
Yes, I had to.
Don't tell me had to. Did you sell the condo?
I sold the condo, yes.
Okay, let's see. You sold the condo for how much?
$4,075.
407.
The net was $120.
So you got 100. Shh.
Yes.
Don't speak. You got $120,000.
Yes. And I had
just-
to that point, I had paid $75,000 in mortgage fees, HOA fees, late fees,
Great.
interest,
so you still have
insurance,
$75,000.
utilities.
Hey, you're still $75,000 in the plus column.
Yes.
Plus $16,000 from insurance.
Yes.
I know exactly what happened. $800, judgment for the plaintiff. Your counterclaim is dismissed. We're done.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Campos, what do you do for a living?
I'm a lawyer.
Where?
San Antonio, Texas. Hope you don't use that against me.
No, I'm going to hold your lawsuit against you because it's stupid.
Well, to me, it's personal, and if you got a bad haircut, I'm sure you would be happy.
It's stupid. Your lawsuit's stupid. And I actually am surprised. I didn't know what you did for a living, so I'm actually surprised that you acknowledged that you were a lawyer. I would have thought that a lawyer had more respect for courts than to bring this kind of lawsuit, which I'm going to outline very briefly. You went to the defendant to have your hair cut. Whatever hair you have left, you wanted to have cut. And she cut your hair too short, so you're suing her for $5,000. Now, that's a ridiculous lawsuit. It's a ridiculous waste of judicial time. Only thing is, this is a television courtroom, so we actually have fun doing sometimes ridiculous cases, which I'm sure is the reason you came here.
Well, no, in America, we entitle different
Just a
opinions.
second. Listen to me. Mr. Campos, this is not an audition, and I've already got the job. Got it?
Got it.
Did you pay for the haircut?
Yes, I did.
How much did you pay for the hair?
$10.
And when you paid the $10, she had already cut your hair.
Yes, she had shaved my head.
Just a second. She had already cut your hair.
Yes.
And when did you get this short haircut?
It was a couple days before Christmas, about December 21st.
And right now we're 3 months later, and is this the usual length of your hair?
Yes, it is. Shaved my head.
Great. Now you're going to show me a picture of what your head looked like after the defendant cut your hair. Okay. She gave you a very short haircut. It's not shaven, but it's very, very short.
It wasn't a haircut, it was a shave.
Impossible. Did you use a razor on his head? No, of course not. That's not a razor.
And ma'am,
Sam Jackson's hair is cut with a razor.
No, ma'am.
No.
I didn't accuse her of using
Just
a razor.
just
I did an electric shaver is what she used.
Right. That's fine.
Your Honor.
Okay, just a second. Okay. Not necessary. And it took probably about 3 weeks for your hair to grow out.
Your opinion, I don't know, maybe a month.
Whatever. It took a month for your hair to grow out. And were you working during that time, Mr. Campos?
No,
that's just a second. Were you working? That's a yes or a no during that month.
Well, I'm self-employed, so some days I work, some days I don't. Yes,
so
I was working.
The answer was you were working. And you didn't work over the Christmas holidays.
I wasn't claiming lost wages.
Mr. Campos, it's not an audition, sir.
I'm not auditioning. I'm just responding to what you say.
I don't think you're cute.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Great.
You're
Good.
trying to be cute.
Good.
You are cute.
Mr. Campos, you are absolutely correct. That's why I have the job, and you get $10, and that's the judgment of the court. Goodbye.
You don't want to hear
done.
the facts?
We're done. Ms. Griffin, it is your claim that the defendant who you had hired on several occasions to do hair straightening for you straightened your hair the last time, and as a result of straightening your hair, you lost some hair, and you want to be compensated for that to the tune of $5,000. She says that she used the same product on you each of the 3 times you came to her salon, that the reason, in all probability, that you suffered hair loss is that you had your hair braided in between the second and third treatment that you had. And she has indicated that she has proof that you had hair braiding done between those 2 times, probably why you suffered hair loss. I assume that neither of you have a doctor or an expert here. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the first time you went to the defendant's salon was on what date to have hair straightened?
Approximately June the 23rd.
Of what year?
2016.
And when was the second time?
August 17th.
How long have you been going to her salon?
Since June of 20.
In June of 2016, was that the first time you had your hair straightened?
Approximately for 3 years prior to that.
So you had your hair straightened 3 years before?
Yes.
At what salon?
Her salon.
How many times?
Maybe 10.
And then you stopped for 3 years?
Yes.
Why?
Her prices were high, and I wanted to go natural.
But then you went back?
Yes.
Because for the 10 times she had done it, you were satisfied?
Yes.
When was the third time you had it done?
Approximately October the 20th.
Between June 21st and October 20th, did you have your hair braided?
No.
Did you have any other process done to your hair?
Shampoo and wash only.
Where?
At Plaza Salon.
When was that?
Approximately September the 4th, I did the first roller set.
So it wasn't just a shampoo. You had your hair set
with rollers.
Shampooed and set. Mm-hmm. And when was the next time you had your hair shampooed and set at the Plaza Salon?
Approximately November the 5th.
And when for the first time did you complain to the defendant that you were having trouble with hair loss? On what date?
Approximately December the 18th to the 20th, somewhere around there of 2016.
So let me understand this. You had your hair relaxed for the third and final time.
Yes.
October 20th, October to November, November to December. So 2 months later was the first time that you complained to her that you were having hair loss problems.
That's when I called her because of the way. Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
And in between that time, you went to another salon.
Early part of November.
Did you go back, just for my own curiosity, did you go back to the other salon after November 5th?
No.
Why not?
I usually go to the salon when I have something major going on. I had a baby shower that weekend. That's why I went and got the roller set. After that, I didn't have any major engagements to go to. So I put it in a ponytail, and that's how I wore it for up until I started coming out really bad. I couldn't tell how it was coming out because it was in a ponytail. And when I combed it, I could just see hair coming out.
What else do you have to tell me?
That the product that she used, she stated I only had to have a relaxer every 2 months. But the last relaxer in October that she gave me was different. The way she put it in my hair, she kept combing it, asking me, was it burning? And she never did that the prior 2 times. And the hair started coming out because I needed to have a relaxer before the 2 months. I needed it within 4 to 6 weeks, not the 2 months, because it was different.
You have no case. You have no case.
Okay.
This is what I'm getting. You went to the defendant 10 times and you were satisfied. Then you stopped. You didn't go back for 3 years. Then you went back in June. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in August. You were perfectly satisfied. You went back in October. You were perfectly satisfied. In between those dates, you went to another salon and had other work done on your hair.
No chemicals.
Yep. I don't care whether they were chemicals or not, but for 2 months, 2 months. I mean, if you were talking about, and I have never had my hair relaxed. I never had any reason to do that. But I know what having a perm is, because we used to get those as kids. We used to give each other perms, and there were times when I got them. So that's a chemical that you put on your hair, very similar to a relaxer. It just goes the other way. One makes it curly, one makes it straight. If your hair gets burnt and your scalp gets burnt, you know it right away, not 2 months later. Somebody puts something on your scalp to relax your hair or to curl your hair and it burns. You know it burns right away. The same way color burns. If someone puts color on your hair and you're allergic to that color, you're going to know it right away, not 2 months later. Unless you have an expert witness to testify that it could take 2 months to show hair loss from a chemical burn. That's what we're talking about.
It didn't take 2 months. It took that for all of my hair to come out. It was coming out as the time went on.
You took 2 months because that's the first time you called her. And she would have to be a psychic to know that you were having hair trouble before you called her. To me, if I went in to have a perm or color and my hair was burned, I would call the next day and I would say, gee, my scalp is burning, it's itching, it's on fire, something is wrong that you put on my hair. But you didn't have any of that, and you went and had your hair shampooed and rollered without any complaint. So you have no case. Now, on the flip side of that, you have a counterclaim.
I do.
And I'd like to see what the counterclaim is. You say that she slandered your business.
She's been slandering me. I am a master educator, stylist, also.
I want to see physically what you are complaining about.
Okay. Well,
what
here's
she
a letter
said
from PBS. She's just going around the city. Just,
well, I don't.
It stops sales and business.
Well, I don't know that. And you have no evidence of any. I just would like to see it. What is this?
Well, he is the owner of the salon. So when he got the information.
Listen to me.
From other.
This is hearsay. It's not admissible. You want to show me slander? You show me something that she wrote, someplace that she published something that was untrue about you. I'll be more than happy to see it.
She blocked me from her Facebook.
Well, then I can't help you, Miss Childress.
Well, that's it. She's been slandering my name. I don't
know
it.
that.
I know. I understand what you're saying.
You know, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because she says that
so
you burned her, it doesn't make it true. What? Tell me your name.
Marie Adams.
Miss Adams, how do you know her?
I've been getting my hair done by Cola since 2006.
Okay. And do you know Miss Griffin?
No, I don't.
Have you ever met her before today?
No, I haven't.
What is she going to testify to? She's never met her and she doesn't know her.
It's all over that Diane.
We're done. You need proof. You need a witness that heard her say something. You need something that she published for people to read. This is hearsay. This is from somebody who you could have brought instead of her, right?
They couldn't come.
I guess so. Okay, we're done. Thank you. You have no case against her, madam, because you have no proof that anything that she did to you caused your hair loss. None. And she doesn't have any proof of slander, although in all probability you've been going around telling people that your hair came out because of something she did, but she had no proof of that. Okay, wait. Thank you. Now, when you lived together for these 18 months, when he moved in, how old was the child that you have together?
She was not born yet. She was born.
So you conceived that child during the 18-month period?
That is correct.
Which means that you lived together as a couple.
Correct.
I'm not interested in his piece of the rent. Do you understand? Do we have anything else? Late fees for what?
It was a debit card that I had that was blocked, and I had to have it reordered due to the fact that someone was calling in using my information, including my PIN number.
What month?
The later month of July, early August.
That was after you had already broken up?
Yes.
Okay, did you do that?
No, ma'am.
So you didn't use her credit card after the two of you split up?
No, I had no access to it.
Okay, prove it to me, Miss Hazel. Prove to me that he used your credit card, your debit card, after the two of you broke up. I don't care what happened before. You were living as a family. After you broke up, after July.
After July, the only thing that I have is showing that my particular debit card was compromised.
I need proof that he did it. He says he didn't.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you have no case. So your case is dismissed. Now he has a counterclaim. He has a counterclaim for an unpaid loan. Now let's deal with an unpaid loan. This is what I'm getting from your papers, Mr. Holliday.
Yes, ma'am.
Of an unpaid loan. You borrowed money from your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
And gave that money to the plaintiff because there were outstanding bills.
Well, it was at the time that when they was going to court because the landlord was subleasing it out.
Listen to me. Was that while you were still living together?
No, ma'am.
It's not. You had already moved out.
No, it was actually on the tail end of it, right before she...
Just to answer my question, sir.
No, ma'am.
Were you still living together when you gave her the $1,000?
No, ma'am.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Then I want you to tell me about this $1,000. He's out of the house. You say, I kicked him out of the house in July.
Yes.
Okay. So?
Okay.
You gave her $1,000?
So, Your Honor, basically what was going on is I needed help. I just basically needed him to, I asked him to pray for me at first.
Just a second. You said in your complaint that you kicked him out of the house in July because you had enough of him, you had enough of, he finally got a job, they garnished his wages for child support because he had a child support order that he wasn't paying, so they garnished his wages. According to your complaint, I'm going to read it to you. When they became a source of conflict in our relationship, he wasn't contributing. I finally had enough and told him he needed to pay all the rent he owed me or get out. He accused me of cheating on him. That was the last straw. I kicked him out of the apartment.
Correct.
How come he gave you money?
Due to the fact that we have a daughter together, and he actually moved back in with his parents. So he couldn't help as far as making sure that our daughter had a shelter. So I'm the only one that could be able to provide our daughter with a shelter. So to help out with what was going on, he actually ended up giving me $1,000 in which I used towards the rent to be able to remain in the home that I'm currently living at.
Do you work?
I am an
The answer
entrepreneur.
is yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
In
July.
Tell me about it. That's your counterclaim.
Basically, she was telling me that far as with the landlord subleasing it out to her and the main landlord came up to an agreement where her and the kids can stay there. She didn't have the money at the time, so I borrowed the money from my aunt and made sure they had a roof over their head. No, I just wanted one. The one that I asked for. Because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
Good. And
she just all of a sudden, she just stopped talking to me, period. Didn't want to socialize with me. had
I don't want. Okay, now I got it. Okay, well, good. So you gave her $1,000. Pay your rent back. What's next? You want your 2 TVs back?
No, I just wanted one. The one that I asked for. Because one of the TVs I bought was for her daughter.
As a gift?
Yes, ma'am.
And the other one?
It was mine. It was in our room.
Who purchased it?
I did.
With what money?
When I was in a car accident.
What do you mean you were in a car?
I was in a car accident one day going to work, and my settlement ended up coming through when I was out of work. I ended up buying a television for the room.
Do you still have the television?
Yes, I do have that television. It's my television.
Good. Who paid for it?
Mr. Holliday paid for it.
Good. Within 5 days, you'll have an order that you can retrieve your TV. Are we finished here? Good. Thank you very much. We're done. Ms. Sonkrant, this used to be your boyfriend. It's not your boyfriend anymore. While he was your boyfriend, the two of you went on holiday together, decided to get matching tattoos. He didn't have any money. You laid out the money for his tattoo.
Yes.
Sometime way after that, he used your credit card to purchase furniture. So there was a loan for furniture for his apartment.
Yes.
He still hadn't paid you for the tattoo, right?
Correct.
Forget about the tattoo. Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes.
Do you still have the tattoo?
Yes, but it's covered.
But what?
It's covered.
It's covered with what?
Writing.
What did it say?
It was a K with the heart, like a king.
It's what?
K with the heart.
With K with a heart. Is that your name?
No, it was king and then mine was queen.
I really have to get my hearing checked. I swear. God, everybody better go to articulation classes.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, now, you moved into an apartment, you didn't have any furniture. And how did you get furniture?
Correct.
What did she say?
Miss Sonkrant offered to get, she knew that I didn't have any furniture, so we went to the furniture store and she helped me pick it out, basically.
Okay, great. And do you remember how much it was?
Not off the top of my head, no.
But you were making payments on it.
Not really.
You never made any payments on it?
No.
Never?
No.
Really? When was it purchased? In what month?
I would say September-ish, yeah.
And it was bought on credit?
Yes.
How much was it?
It was $2,235.54.
What kind of work were you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Worked in a factory. I was a machine operator.
Still there?
No.
What are you doing now?
Right now, I'm currently looking for a job.
So you don't have a job?
No.
And what kind of furniture did she buy you?
It was a Serta mattress, king size, and the bed frame, and the TV.
And you have a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Do you watch the TV with your new girlfriend?
Yes.
And you sleep on the mattress and the frame?
Yes.
You think it's right that the plaintiff pay for that?
I mean, it was a gift.
It might have been. I'm just asking you if you think it's right that she pay for it. Now, Miss Sonkrant.
Yes.
When did you and Mr. Nichols break up?
In the beginning of December.
When was the first payment due on the furniture?
What would have been September? October 24th.
Who made that payment?
He made that payment.
Show me.
I only have the bills. I don't have it showing that he paid, but I have evidence of him saying that he was paying me.
I would like to see that.
All these.
Isn't it nice I got rid of the new girlfriend? Just in case you think I'm going to be exceedingly hard on him. I just want you to read some of these emails back and forth.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me whether, based upon these emails, you would buy U.S. savings bonds.
Do they still sell those?
If you have confidence in the country. You told her you were going to pay her for the furniture. Unfortunately, your choice of language was such that the camera operator here can't take a picture of it because you only know how to express yourself using 4-letter expletives.
I don't believe, did I say that I paid her? I told her I was going to pay for it.
Would you show Shakespeare, please, the emails? In the emails is where you told her.
Yeah, man.
Now you see where you told her you were going to pay her?
Yes, I remember those conversations.
Good. $2,235. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. How old are you, Miss Telly?
19.
Do you work or go to school?
Both.
Where do you go to school?
Mesa Community College.
Full-time?
Part-time.
And what kind of work do you do?
I work at Starbucks.
Do you live at home or you have?
At home, yes.
And Miss Lewis, you have a daughter, and your daughter and Miss Tully were friends.
Yes, ma'am.
And they had been friends for a long time.
Couple of years.
And she had accompanied you on family vacations before?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
This would have been the 4th, so 3 prior to this trip.
And she always paid for her own airfare?
When we flew, correct. Minus one time, I did pay for it one time.
When did you pay for that?
I believe it was a trip to New York.
From where?
Chandler, Arizona. But we fly out of Phoenix Sky
So
Harbor.
it was a long flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Where else did you go with Miss Tully?
California, Your Honor, twice. And then
When you went to California, where did you stay?
Huntington Beach at a condo that I rented.
She paid her own airfare?
There was no airfare, we drove. And I did pay for the gas.
Yes, you have other children other than this daughter?
I do, I have a son.
And did he accompany you on the trip?
He did.
Ever have any difficulty with her before, with expense money, anything else that would have given you cause to pause about inviting
No.
her again?
No.
Okay. This case is about a trip that you all took, a family trip that you took to Hawaii, and Miss Tully was invited to go along. The arrangement was, according to you, that she would take care of her own airfare, which she did, correct? Did you book the tickets?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And you paid for the tickets on your credit card?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she gave you money in cash to cover her ticket?
Yes, her mother and father did.
You rented a hotel while you were in Hawaii?
Condominium.
Condo. How many bedrooms?
One.
And where did Miss Tully and your daughter sleep?
On the pull-out couch.
So they slept together. So
Yes.
she didn't have her own room, so she...
As well as another friend.
So there was no additional expense?
Correct.
With that. And food, how was that covered?
She was supposed to cover her own food.
Okay. And you brought money with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
How much money did you bring?
About $300.
How long were you going to be away for?
I believe it was 7 days, but we got stuck for an extra day, I believe.
Got stuck because of air?
There was something with the weather flying out of Los Angeles, so we couldn't fly out from Hawaii to Los Angeles to get home.
Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The trip was a 10-day trip. The 22nd through the 1st, and we did get stuck for 2 extra days, about a day and a half, so it became an 11-and-a-half-day trip.
Now, this lawsuit is all about the fact that your daughter and Miss Tully had a fight, an argument. It's falling out. When did you have that argument?
I believe it was in September.
September of last year.
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was the trip to Hawaii? In what month?
June.
When did it end?
July.
What was the argument about?
I did not want to be friends with
Why?
her daughter anymore.
Why?
Because I did not like the way that I was treated around them.
Like what? What do you mean?
There were just comments that were constantly made about the way that I lived my life and my family and the money that my mother earned, and I just did not want to be a part of it anymore.
And you told, what's Miss Lewis's daughter's name?
Bree.
When did you have this discussion with her that you didn't want to be friends anymore?
I did not have a discussion with her. I unfollowed her on social media.
That must have been after something happened, Miss Tully.
I just decided that I didn't want to be friends with her. She went away to college and I stayed home for college. We didn't have any contact. We didn't talk.
What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed them?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What happened after you came back from Hawaii?
We talked maybe once or twice because I went out of town with my grandparents and stayed with them for about 3 or 4 weeks and then returned home for school.
During that 3 or 4 week period, did either Miss Lewis or Bree contact you about any money that you owed them?
No, Your Honor.
On what date did you unfriend her daughter?
I do not remember the exact date.
You remember the month?
I believe it was September. It could have been October, though. I'm not 100% sure, though.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was in September. September 28th, I believe.
So now I'd like you to tell me, Miss Lewis, what you're suing her for is $375 because you say you went to some events while you were in Hawaii that you purchased tickets for, I don't know, dolphin shows or whatever else you paid for, and she was supposed to pay you back. I want you to show me when the first time was that you requested the return of this money.
I did not request the return of the money first. Irene contacted me because we had already made a discussion about the money and her paying me back, and she did let me know that she was going to Rhode Island with her family, so she wouldn't be able to start working again until she got home. Therefore, she couldn't start making payments until she was working, and I understood that.
Was that in a phone conversation?
A text conversation, correct.
I'd like to see that.
Yes, ma'am.
That makes it easy.
Oh, is that not what I'm supposed to do? No. She told me to earlier. Sorry. I apologize.
That's okay.
Well, you clearly knew before you went to Rhode Island that you owed her some money, because that's what it says here.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I didn't. Okay. So we were supposed to go to Hawaii, and I was told.
Listen to me.
Okay.
You clearly knew based on this text, hey, I'm heading home from Rhode Island today, so can you send me what I owe you from Hawaii? That's what you wrote to her on Sunday, July 31st.
Okay.
So you clearly knew that you owed her some money. And at some point, she responds on August 10th, I added it together and it was $375. And then you ask her for a breakdown. She gave you a breakdown. And some of it looks legitimate and some of it I can see why you might question.
Okay.
Did you go to a snorkel trip in a luau?
Your
Okay,
Honor.
so that's $125. You don't dispute that. She paid for it, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you did go to see the sea lions.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she paid for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm taking off $20 for food because that's ridiculous. What's a $25 baggage fee?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I paid for my baggage.
Okay. What's the $25 baggage fee?
Ma'am, she paid for her baggage one way, not the other way. She couldn't afford it, so she asked me if I'd add it to her total, and I agreed to.
Do you recall that?
I do not, Your Honor.
Well, she does. And what is $25 yard house? What is that?
She was supposed to pay for her own food at meals out. I did try to make it easier on her because she was the only one that was struggling financially, so I went ahead and bought a lot of groceries at the grocery store and cooked many meals in the condo to save
So
money.
what is yard house?
It's a restaurant.
Do you remember the yard house?
Yes, Your Honor. I remember going to dinner there.
Okay. And did the plaintiff pay for that dinner?
Yes, Your Honor, but my meal was not $25.
I don't know what it was. $250. Okay, so you acknowledge that there were certain expenses that you had, and I've taken some off that I actually can't justify. But that's still $250.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay?
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Mr. Hazelton, the defendant is your mother, and it is your claim that she had you falsely arrested a little over a year ago for both stealing her property and for assaulting your sister, who tried to intervene and prevent you from taking her television. That's what the case is about. You spent, according to you, 6 days in jail. You finally bailed yourself out, and you want to be compensated for that. That's what the case is about. Okay. Prior to being arrested last year, when you were arrested on your mother's complaint, how many times had you been arrested before?
A bunch.
How many? More than a dozen?
I could say yes.
And were those, at least some of those arrests, drug-related?
No.
Were they alcohol-related?
No.
Were they physically related? Were they assault cases?
Some. But what does that got to pertain to this case?
Everything pertains to this case. Was some of them involving theft?
No.
Was some of them involving trespass?
No.
So they were all involving assault. More than a dozen cases. What I'm gathering now is information. So of the more than a dozen arrests you had, none involved drugs, none involved alcohol, none involved theft, none involved trespass, all involved assault. Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
What else do they involve other than assault?
I'm just talking about this case, Your Honor.
I'm talking about who the party... Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct? Mr. Hazelton, Officer Byrd tells me that you have had second thoughts about answering the court's questions, and you're asking me to reconsider the dismissal of this case. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so then let's get back to where I was questioning you before. According to your answers previously, you've been arrested at least a dozen times, none involving drugs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
None involving alcohol.
That is correct.
None involving burglary.
That is correct.
None involving theft.
That is correct.
All involving assault.
That is correct. 3 times. No, my anger gets the best of me.
Well, that's an uncontrollable...
It's an uncontrollable issue.
For which you've been or not been in treatment?
Not.
Is it correct, Ms. Hazelton, that your son never had either a drug or an alcohol problem?
Alcohol.
In October of 2015, Mr. Hazelton, how were you supporting yourself?
By working.
For whom?
Green Star Lawn Maintenance.
How long have you worked for them?
For 38 years off and on.
Are you working for them now?
Yes.
Full time?
Yes.
In the same location?
Yes.
Is that correct?
I think so.
Do you remember on what day you were arrested?
Yeah, I was arrested on May 6, 2015.
Where?
In Henry County.
Is that where you live?
I lived, yes.
What time were you arrested?
After 12:20 in the morning, yeah.
In the morning? And you were at home?
I was at home, right?
And you were arrested on the complaint of your mother and or your sister? Or just your mother?
I was arrested on my mother and sister's complaint stating that I walked in an unlocked door, used the restroom. Upon leaving the restroom, stole the TV out of my mom's room, hit my sister 3 times in the face, and left with the TV.
Okay, you're the sister?
No.
Where is the sister?
She's passed away.
Were you at home that day?
No.
So the sister that you allegedly assaulted is no longer here?
No.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
And I gather from your answer that you were not at home when this took place.
No.
Did you have a conversation with your daughter when you got home?
She was holding an ice.
Just a second. Did you have a conversation with her?
Yes.
At what time did you get home on, it would be the 5th
Right.
of May? What time did you get home?
Between probably 9:30 and 9:45, I was playing bingo.
And at that time, Miss Hazelton, who did you live with?
My daughter lived with me.
How old was she?
Let's see.
She was 52.
Yeah, she was 50.
She was 50 then?
Yeah.
So when you came home, it was 9:30, 9:45, and tell me first what you saw.
I saw her holding an ice pack on her face, and I asked her what happened. And she said, Glenn came here to use the bathroom, so she let him in. And in the process of using the restroom, he came out with my 32-inch TV, and she went to stop him, and he hit her in the face. That's what she told me. And I was only in the house maybe 5 minutes before the police were knocking on the door.
Had your daughter called the police?
Yes.
Okay, so she had called the police before you even got home?
Oh, yes.
Do you have the police report?
No, I don't have that.